college football program in the state of Indiana. It's the University of St. Francis Cougars on Redeemer Radio. Now, live to the stadium with the voice of the Cougars, Joe Parson, and the Redeemer Radio sports team.
Cougars moving up in the rankings, but now facing two straight road assignments. Hi, everybody. Welcome in to Belleville, Illinois, just a long stone's throw from the mighty Mississippi River. I'm Joe Parson, USF on the road to face the Lindenwood-Belleville Lynx today. St. Francis comes in today sporting a non-blemished 3-0 record, now number 14 in the latest NAIA rankings after beating Trinity International last Saturday at home 45-3. USF still averaging over 50 points a ball game, which tops all teams in the Mid-States Football Association and also ranks third nationally. And on defense, the Cougars are giving up only an average of about 85 yards a game to opposing offenses on the ground. And today, USF faces a Lynx team that is 1-2 after losing on the road last Saturday to St. Ambrose 48-26. Lynx come home still looking for their first home victory here at Lindenwood Stadium. But they boast one of the MSFA's top running backs in Cam Harris, who rushed for 125 yards last week against the Fightin' Bees. Today's game also marks the renewed coaching rivalry between Kevin Donley and former Tri-State head coach Dale Carlson, who came on board and took over the head coaching job here for the Lynx in July. So he's really not had much of a chance to put much of an imprint on this current Lynx team, but that will certainly change in the future to come. We're going to take a time out, and we'll check in with Cougar head coach Kevin Donley as USF prepares to take on Lindenwood-Belleville. And by the way, it is a Mideast League battle today. The Cougars 3-0 overall, ranked number 14. They are 1-0 in the Mideast League. Lindenwood-Belleville, the Lynx are 1-2 overall, 0-1 in the Mideast League, and they are 0-1 here at home. We'll be back with Coach D coming up right after this timeout. This is Cougar Football on the road on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
It's the Dodge Boys here from Global Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and we're excited to start Jeep Celebration, and it's fun saving you guys money. Hey Ryan, tell us about it.
Matt, you can go anywhere and do anything in a new Jeep. And during our Jeep Celebration, you can save thousands on all 2014 Jeeps in stock with payments under $300 a month on the brand new 2014 Jeep Cherokee. And if you love your Jeep, upload a picture to our Facebook page for a chance to win $500 in cash.
I like it. Hey Casey, what else is going on besides Jeeps?
Next, also the Grand Nickel Drive event, where we have 0% financing on all Town Country minivans. Or save up to $10,250 when you lease a new Chrysler Town Country.
That's awesome. Hey Ryan, what else is going on?
Matt, now's the best time to buy because we are clearing out all 2014 models, and that includes Ram Tough Trucks. You can save up to $9,500 on a brand new Ram Crew Cab 4x4 with a Hemi.
Hey, what about the Dodge Boy Promise?
We're going to beat any competitor's price, guaranteed.
Just finish the best deal for any Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram deal, and we're going to beat it.
Guaranteed.
So come get a Dodge Boy deal on the Giant American flag or jump online at GlobalDodge.com.
We are back with head coach Kevin Donley. Cougars on the road, first of two, and we're in Belleville, Illinois today, taking on Lindenwood-Belleville. And you think we're playing Ohio State, coach. You look at this field, and a lot of people have affectionately termed it the candy stripe field. It is scarlet, red, and gray alternating stripes rather than your traditional green. And I know you haven't really had a chance to walk around, but you're here in 2012. It takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, it does when you're watching film. You know, it does. And their uniforms kind of blend into the scarlet part of it, so you can't find them, you know. But unique place. I mean, obviously they've done it right. A little different than my color codes might be, you know. But yeah, nice place.
Let's talk about the Cougars now 3-0 and. Still at the top of the MSFA as far as scoring offense, and 45 points last week. But if I heard you right, you really wanted to talk about your defense. And Matt Muncie stepped up, he had an interception, led the team in tackles, and Caleb Taylor just has a nose for the football. I think that was his sixth straight game with an interception, and things going well for you in a lot of phases of the ball game right now.
Well, you can't score a lot of points unless you have football. And defense is getting the ball back quick. That was a good offensive football team last week. They were scoring almost 40 a game. And we essentially shut them out, shanked a field goal in the fourth quarter. I don't know what kind of message that sent their players. But, we're young. I guess we got 8 new starters there. Look at this team. We've got 66 guys out here at Belleville, you know. And I believe it's like 27 of them the first time they've ever made an overnight trip. So we're a young football team. We're starting to come together. I was pleased with our defensive performance last week. Offensively, the confidence level was there. When you have a quarterback who's confident, knows where to go with the ball and how to get it there, you got a stable of running backs that can make plays. You got it in the receiving core. You got an offensive line that just seems to get better and better. We believe we can score against anybody, and we can score a lot.
Well, Cougar fans, a lot to be optimistic about, and of course, the next 2 weeks we'll find out a lot about your team going on the road. Let's talk about the Lynx. They're at home today, and Dale Carlson reunited, a former coaching adversary, going way back to Tri-State. I don't think he's had a chance really to put an imprint on this team because he wasn't hired, I don't believe, till like July. But it'll be interesting in the years to come. This is a Lindenwood team, though, that they've got some good special teams. J.T. Washington is a threat. Those special teams, defensive end, Matt Blarchuk. Interesting, Coach, that he played and Cam Harris, the running back, played against us back in 2012. And they're back, and Harris ran for 125 yards last week. Talk about the matchup.
Well, the matchups are interesting. You look at, I think, the best against the best. It's their defensive line against our offensive line. That's the challenge for our football team on the offensive side. We've got to be able to take, I think, the best defensive line, the most talent we've seen there. Then you look on the flip side. Okay, I believe that they've got some skill. Running back, like you say, in the receiving core, got a quarterback that runs zone read. He can chuck it out there. So I think the big challenge on the other side of the ball is their skill against our defensive third level. Got to keep the ball in front. Challenges all over the place. We got to win the special teams thing. Our special teams are getting better and better. But as I see it, level one line of scrimmage is the big deal. Our offensive line against their defensive line, their receiving core against our third level of defense. That's going to be keys to the ball game today.
One quick final comment. You had to be pleased. Really cleaned up things with penalties. I think we only had 2 for 15 yards last week, and that's a big upsurge.
Well, it had to get better from 16 in the first game. My gosh, the guys going to have to sit down and send me a laundry bill. All those flags later.
Coach Kevin Donley, at least he could laugh about things. And right now, won't you join us for the singing, playing of our national anthem? Job with the national anthem. Well, if you can hear this game, it's thanks to our communication sponsor, Dr. Todd and Mary Briscoe and Briscoe Family Dentistry. Their generous financial support helps make this Redeemer Radio Sports broadcast possible. Need emergency dental care? Be sure to call Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-9950. That number again, 260-486-9950. Cougars 3-0, ranked number 14, 1-0 in the league in the Mideast League. Kevin Donley in his 18th season. Cougars so far this year are 1-0 on the road. And a year ago, trying to improve on that 6-5 mark, they finished 4-2 in the Mideast League. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with more, getting ready for kickoff here at Lindenwood Stadium in Belleville, Illinois. And this is Cougar football on the road on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM. Okay, sir, we'll run the...
Whether you fly a plane through the clouds or bake...
Copy that.
We want to give you more time to do what you love. Hi, this is Lisa Stauffer from First Federal Bank. Our checking accounts with online and mobile banking options let you do just that. Whether you're in the air or on the ground, ask us how you can get up to $150 when you open a new checking account and take advantage of these banking options. First Federal Bank, better to get lender.
Programming on Redeemer Radio is underwritten in part by Bob Busher Homes. Floor plan customization is what they specialize in. Find floor plans, building sites, and read Bob's story on the web at bobbusherhomes.com. Bob Busher Homes is locally owned with offices in Fort Wayne and Angola. For more information about new home building or remodeling, Bob Busher Homes can be reached at 260-490-3355.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Joe Parson. We are waiting our referee, Chad Davis, and the meeting in midfield for the coin toss between the co-captains coming up. 72 degrees, cloudy skies. We flew into St. Louis Airport. It was sunny, beautiful, but the further east we got going into Illinois, the clouds began to pile up, and that's where we are right now. But winds out of the east-northeast, about 9 miles an hour. Bill Scott's with us down on the field. He'll be joining our referee, Chad Davis, for the introduction of the players, and we'll see if maybe that wind's gusting a little bit might be a bit of a factor here today for these teams in the passing game. The field is laid out east to west. Let's go down on the field with Bill Scott and Chad Davis, our referee. Getting the introduction of the players right now.
Are you doing the flip, sir? Come on down with me. Speaking captain for white? Yep. Speaking captain for black? So. All right, real quick, fellas. Captains, keys of sportsmanship out here. You take care of your side of the ball so we don't have to. You got any questions on that? All right. Your visitor, what are you going to call? Tails. What do you say? Tails. You're just going to flip it up to the end and let it rock. You don't have it? Huh? No, I don't. I have one. Heads. Okay, the Lynx is the head. Lynx is the head. It is a tail. What would you like to do? Receive? Want the ball? Where would you like to kick? Back to that end zone.
Bill, I think you should have brought a coin down there with
St.
you.
Francis with the toss, elected to receive. Gentlemen, shake hands, have a good game.
Davis, Joe, the Cougars will be receiving. They will be on the west side, and Lindenwood will be kicking from the east end of the field here. There's very little wind down here right now. It's really a beautiful afternoon for college football. Looking forward to a good one from the Cougars, Joe.
Did you pick up that coin for me, by the way, buddy?
I have to run back out and grab that.
We'll catch you later. We'll be back with the start of the Tays ball game. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
This is Jason Shifley, principal of Bishop Bringer High School. Students enter our school as children and emerge as adults, prepared to go out into the world with the tools necessary to become citizens of two worlds. Our enriched curriculum focuses on academics, service to the community, and participation in extracurricular activities, all while building on the foundation of our Catholic faith. Tuffy, our stately mascot, reminds us that we are all called to be saints. Call us at 2600 or visit us online at bishopbringer.com to find out how you can become a Dwenger saint.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Let us pray. As we gather in your name, O Lord, there are so many things for which we are grateful, for you have created us in your image and likeness, and you have filled us with gifts and talents and abilities. We thank you for the gifts that you have bestowed upon these athletes, their coaches, their parents, and their supporters. We ask you to bless this contest in which we show forth the beauty of creation by using our talents wisely. Help us always to use them for your greater honor and glory in a spirit of fairness and competition, so that this game may truly be a way of bringing to the world an awareness of you who are Lord forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Strap in and turn up the radio for hard-hitting, high-scoring USF Cougar football. Coach Kevin Donley joins Joe Parson and the Redeemer Radio sports team for one of the great traditions in Fort Wayne sports as we count down to the kickoff on Redeemer Radio.
Welcome back, everybody. We're ready to go to work now here at Lindenwood in Belleville, Illinois. Cougars won the toss. They'll get the ball working out of the right end zone. That's out of the west. It's laid out east to west. Here comes the kick for the Lynx. High end over end. Gaston eyeing it. Backs up inside the 5 at the 3. Works left side across the 5 to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and upended as he got to the 30-yard line and backed up. And there's a late couple of penalty flags thrown right in front of us. So let's see what this is about. But big time after the play was over, extracurriculars going on, and we'll see which way Chad Davis is going to sort things out. Right now the Cougars appear to have the ball at their own, just short of the 35-yard line, but we'll see how this is going to shake out here momentarily.
Sportsmanlike conduct, number 32 of the receiving team, 15 yards from the end of the run.
Well, that one's going against St. Francis. And it goes against Malachi Mannion, I believe, on the special teams unit. So that'll back USF up. It'll be 1st and 10, but instead of having the ball on the 34, it'll be back around the 15-yard line. No, they're going to mark it up around just short of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So 1st and 10, St. Francis ready to take their first snap of the ball game. Moving from right to left as we look at it. Here's Ferrer out of the pistol. And looking, wants to screen the ball near side's got a catch here. Seth Stewart finds some running room, gets by one, and backpedals across the 30 up to about the 34-yard line. So a good play by St. Francis on the first play, first snap from scrimmage, and it nets a first down. So they'll move the chains. One play, one pickup of a first down. And the Cougars will start with an offensive line that averages 280 a man, tackle to tackle. Brian Gegner at center, Zach Menardo along with Gus Hancock, the guards. Keegan Bruner along with Alex Woods, the tackles. Proving field position now at the 35. Lindenwood shows blitz defensive right side. Here's a screen again, quick slants. Coates got it. Seth Coates bowls his way up into midfield and maybe a yard deep into Lynx territory. So Seth Coates, so 2 plays, the Cougars going quickly and with quick slant patterns, quick hitting plays, and they're going to back that ball up right at midfield, but it is a first down, 1st and 10 for USF on the move. Appenzeller in the ball game, up on the slot to the right side. Split wide of him is Cam Smith. And 1st and 10. And here is Ferrer, play action fake again, wants to throw long, and as he looks, he's got Cam Smith all alone inside the 10 to the 5, and did he get into the end zone? They're going to mark him down short of the goal line at the 1. Cam Smith comes up limping a little bit, but a big play, good for 49 of the 50 yards. It'll be 1st and goal for St. Francis, trying to draw first blood here in the early going in Belleville, Illinois. Clock moving at 13:37, time remaining in this first quarter. Cougars huddling up now. And Smith does stay in, limping ever so slightly. He's in the ball game wide to the right. That's the short side of the field. Aaron Harris is the running back. And Ferrer, he's got motion now. Seth Stewart left to right behind the line of scrimmage and hands the ball off. Here's Harris. Harris lowers the shoulder, works right side. And did he get into the end zone? Then they say no. He was pushed back, did not get forward progress to break the plane of the goal. Harris comes up looking at one of the officials as if you got to be kidding me, but it'll be 2nd goal from somewhere inside the 1. We have a low trajectory sight line to especially to the left end zone, which is the east end zone. So we've got to really rely on the officials to give us that spot of the ball. Same formation, same play, same result as Harris gets the call. This time gets into the end zone officially from a yard out at the 12:39 mark. So the Cougars waste little time getting on the board, and they have the early 6-0 lead at the 12:39 mark. All started with some quick hitting pass plays and culminating on a 1-yard plunge by Aaron Harris. And really set up by the 49-yard pass from Ferrer to Cam Smith that was just a yard short of pay dirt. Now Ryan Nix, who's 20 of 21 in extra point conversions, trying to make a 7-0 lead for St. Francis. Right-footed quick is on the way, looks good, got a lot of elevation, and is good. 7-0 Cougars on the road, and a good start here as we'll take a break. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Charlie Momper from Momper Insulation. We've been around since 1956, and we're still the #1 name in insulation. Chances are you've seen us re-insulating the home in your neighborhood, where we blow insulation into the sidewalls and attic to make your heating and cooling more efficient. Give us a call and let's talk about all the insulation options we have available to help you save money. I know we can do the job for you. You've got my word on it. Call us at 432-7543.
7-0 Cougars in the early lead here on the road, and now they'll kick the ball away from right to left. Wind will be a little bit of a factor when you're moving from right to left. That'll aid the Lynx when they get going offensively. USF coming in ranked number 14 in the nation, up from that 17 spot. And Marion got beat last week, so they're out of the number 1 spot. Cougars will play them next week. High end over end kick comes down, running up to it at the 10. Returned by the Lynx right side across the 20, 25. And that is where the Lynx, it's K-Ra Stewart, who had 2 kickoff returns last week, had a long of 29 against the Fighting Bees. Averaged over 21 yards a kick return, so decent field position for the Lynx now in this candy-striped field. If you've never seen it, you can go online to Lindenwood-Belleville.edu, and they've got photos of it. You've got to see it to believe it. You'd swear you're at Ohio State with the scarlet and the gray alternating. And Torian Austin, their 6'3" senior quarterback, now brings them out onto the field. And Cam Harris, who played against St. Francis back in 2012, he's now a 5'9" senior and leads them with 305 rushing yards and gets his first call of the day, and Cougars stacked that up pretty quickly. Pearson Harnish pinched in defensively, stopped it after maybe a gain of a yard at most. And in fact, they're saying no gain. Going to put that ball down right at the 31-yard line, so it'll be second down and, well, let's call it 9. Do nudge out about a half a yard. In fact, where you see the ball, it's actually up just short of the 32, so the down marker's a little bit behind that. Out of the shotgun formation is Austin. Looks again, the read option, the straight-ahead carry. Last week, Cam Harris had 24 carries for 125 yards. Averaged over 5 yards a carry, but now it's third down and 6 as he gained 3 yards on that last call. For the year, Cam Harris, the 5'9" senior, 72 carries, 305 yards. He's rushed for 1 touchdown. And now it's an empty backfield. There was movement defensively. Here's the free play, maybe right side, but the pass is thrown too long. Trying to throw down the right sideline to Waller Jackson, who had tied him with catches a week ago. 5 catches, 87 yards, and 1 touchdown. But it would be fourth down, but let's see if we did have a penalty flag thrown. Referee is Chad Davis coming out to chat. And looking to Kevin Donley, coming over to explain to him. And boy, Kevin Donley's got that right hand extended, saying that we didn't, Chad Davis puts his arm around Coach D, and he's got half a smile on it, so I don't know if he was happy with the explanation, but I believe it may be a walk-off against St. Francis, who had just 2 penalties for 15 yards a week ago.
Offsides on the defense, number 97. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Yeah, it is a penalty against Carrington Thompson, they're going to say, on encroachment. And that was almost an apologetic explanation by the referee. So it's third down and 2. Ball is right at the 40-yard line of the Lynx. They've got an offensive line that averaged 291 a man, tackle to tackle. Big offensive line. Shotgun formation once again. And Austin looks to hand the ball off. No, he keeps it himself, cuts to the left. He's got some running room. He's to midfield and takes it into Cougar territory. On the read option, he just faked the handoff to Harris, rolled around the left side and brings it down to the USF 48-yard line. So the first time that Austin has elected to call his own number, had 5 carries for just 2 yards last week, but that's a big one on third down and short. Inside of 11 minutes time remaining in the opening quarter, 7-0 St. Francis on the 1-yard touchdown run by Aaron Harris. Now the Lynx trying to see what they can do to even the score. Empty backfield once again, 3 wide to the left. As Austin looks that way, throws over the middle, had a man wide open and missed him right down the middle. Trying to hit Kevin Chisholm, a 5'11 junior wideout receiver out of St. Louis, Missouri. And that might have been 6. But Austin, who comes in completing 45 of 108 passes for 493 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He is averaging over 164 yards a game, and that ranks number 10 among all MSFA quarterbacks. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with the ball still at the 48-yard line. Here's a quick hitting play near side, and diving down to grab that was Walter Jackson. So he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long. J.T. Washington also into the ball game. He tied with receiving catches last week, 5 catches for 37 yards. He also led them with 2 touchdown catches. He's a true freshman and 5'9", and part of a trips package wide to the left. But it's Torian Austin at quarterback now on 3rd down and long. Call it 3rd down and 10. Still with he's got a running back in there. That's Harris. And here is Austin looking, dances, throws over the middle. It's got the ball nearly intercepted in and out of the hands. USF did a good job of jumping the route, and that was Cale Tabler. He was looking for his 7th interception over his last 7 games going back to last season. But it's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down, and the Lynx will have to punt the ball away. Where Taylor laid out for the ball, had it in his grasp for a moment at the 25, but could not corral it. And now let's see if it's T.J. Dunks comes in to punt the ball away, waits back at his own 38-yard line. Tabler in punt return, waiting at the Cougar 10. 7-0 St. Francis, 9:58 remaining in the first quarter. 10 men up the line of scrimmage. Kick is away. Nice spiral ball near side. Tabler lets that bounce high to him, grabs that at the 10. Looking, gets by 1, 15, 20, and takes a hit, but brings it up just short at the 25-yard line. Another penalty flag thrown late. And we'll see if the Cougars are backed up once again. That was late after the play was over. And again, we'll have to check with Chad Davis to sort this out. Cougars will have the ball, but we'll see if they'll have it at their own 25, or will they be backed up?
Sportsmanlike conduct on the kicking team. Excuse me.
Well, he pointed both ways. We're just going to have to wait till they march it off. Having a little problem with the referee's mic as well. And they do mark it off against St. Francis. Referee said against the kicking team. I think he meant against the receiving team. So the penalty is going to move the ball back to the St. Francis 12-yard line, where it will be 1st down and 10. We talked about Austin's numbers, passing numbers coming in. As far as Ferrer started the day 56 of 80 through the air for 963 yards, 14 touchdowns, and the big stat that jumps off the page, 0 interceptions. Ferrer out of the pistol with Harris lined up behind him, hands it off, angle and run right side, and does not find much, if anything. Well, then he squirms free across the 10 and brings it up to about the 15-yard line. They're going to mark that ball just across the 15-yard line. So Aaron able to nudge out about a 3-yard gain where it initially looked like he was going to have very little, if anything. Seth Codian wide to the left side. Trey Parker's got the coverage on him. He's got 2 block kicks, by the way, for the Lynx. Here's Ferrer taking a look once to throw. Throws near side. Coates got it. Little square out pattern near side. Steps out of bounds at the 25. And that is good for a 1st down, so they will move the chains. So far the Lynx, as far as their defensive coverage, 2 safeties back. Technically, they operate with 3 safeties in the depth chart as we look at it. But we're just seeing 2 back right now. Well, if you throw Trey Parker in there, he's backing off in coverage as well. And Ferrer wants to throw again. Look, throws near side, looking for Coate. Coate looking for the ball. That one knocked away. Saving defense coming from the blind side. That was K-Ross Stewart.
Incomplete.
That ball kind of hung up a little bit. Underthrown just a bit. The wind played a factor in that one, I got to believe. So now it will be 2nd down and 10. Seth Stewart checks into the ball game. Zach Gagner will leave. Ball's at the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for St. Francis. Cougars lead it 7-0 here on the road. They scored their first possession. Got a 1-yard touchdown run by Aaron Harris. Harris in the ball game again, but Ferrer wants to throw. Blitz is coming, screens the ball. Harris has got it. Brings it up to the 30-yard line, 35, and out across the 35 to about the 36. That is close to a first down. Let's see where they're going to spot that ball. Harris actually, a ball a little bit high, made a nice one-handed catch, kind of tipped it back to himself. That ball is placed down at the 35-yard line. Looks to be short of the first down stick by about 2.5, maybe 3 yards. Meanwhile, we've got one of the Lynx players down. Looks to be, let's see, could not catch the number going off the field. Meanwhile, USF breaking out of the huddle and ready to go to work offensively once again. 3rd down and 3. Ferrer checking that Lynx defense once again. He's got one wide either side, looking near side, throws the ball in, but Monte McDowell was impeded from running the route. Stepping in front, Trey Parker just did not allow him to get to the football. Fortunately, that was not intercepted, but it will bring up the first punt of the ball game for Josh Spitnail.
That's broken up by number 1, Trey Parker.
Spitnail last week just one punt for 28 yards on the season. He has 11 punts and has a long of 47. His 37-yard punt average ranks number 7 among all Mid-State Football Association kickers. He'll wait back at the USF 22 to punt this ball away. The 8:03 mark, rush is coming, but he got the kick away. Short, high, wobbly ball. That will hit, takes a backwards bounce into Cougar territory at the 48. So that one did not turn over. In fact, it kicked backwards. It hit at about the 40-yard line of Lindenwood-Belleville and then came hurtling back to the USF 48-yard line. So it'll be actually to the 47-yard line is where they mark it. So the Lynx are going to have some great field position to start this series at the St. Francis 47, trailing it here at home at 7-0. Cougars go on the road next Saturday, and we'll be in Indianapolis against previously ranked number 1 Marion. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff pregame next Saturday on Redeemer Radio at 12:45. Lynx head to Missouri across the river. They'll face Missouri Baptist next Saturday afternoon. Here's Austin looking, throws the ball and diving for it at the 40-yard line. That's a good catch by Walter Jackson, the 5'11 freshman. They'll pick up about 7 yards. They'll spot it just nose of the football inside the USF 40-yard line. Jackson actually leading this Lynx team in receptions as far as the team is concerned. He had 12 catches for the year, 231 receiving yards. Austin again looking out at Harris. Starts right, cuts back left, looking for a hole, and fights his way down to the USF 35-yard line. So they've got the first down. They'll move the chains.
Tackle by Jeffrey
And the Lynx going no huddle and ready to go to work once again.
Run by Cam Harris.
Mention this offensive line, 291 a man, tackle to tackle. Oscar Reyes at center, Zach Tilk and Brian Nemsky are the guards. Justin Kulich and Cruz Gonzalez are the tackles. Kulich goes 6'7", 295. Austin wants to throw. The rush is on. Tip ball incomplete. Rush coming up the middle. Matt Muncie was there defensively for St. Francis. Had some help. Christian Johnson had a great ball game last week with 4 tackles, 1.5 for loss, 2 sacks.
Pass broken
Also
up by number 93.
getting a hand. In fact, Christian Johnson is credited with deflecting that pass attempt. 2nd down and 10 with the ball at the Cougar 35-yard line. 2 wide to the left side. 2 protectors in now for Torian Austin. Austin looking to Harris. Harris curls up the middle, trying to fight his way to the USF 30-yard line. Big scrum after that, and now late penalty flags once again. Cougars have had a couple of unsportsmanlike penalty calls already assessed against them. And let's see if there's going to be another one, or which way will this go. Well, now the Lynx are kind of backing away. Matt Muncie says it's on the other guys. Chad Davis will let us know.
Sportsmanlike conduct
On the offense, number 73, 15-yard penalty.
It does go against Lindenwood-Belleville. That was Justin Kulik, the giant, the 6'7" right tackle at 295 that has assessed the penalty, and that'll move the ball back outside the USF 45 to the original line of scrimmage after the punt to the 48-yard line. So it is second down and very long. They've got to get to the USF 25. By the way, it's third down, so they finally adjust that. Third down, and now they move the ball to the USF 46-yard line. And here is Austin wanting to throw. Looks right side. He's got a man out there, but that ball sailed on him. The wind might have been a factor pushing it a little bit. Looking for Walter Jackson once again. And fourth down coming up. So the Cougars are expecting a punt here, now leading it 7-0.
Pass intended for number 80, Walter Jackson.
And we'll see if TJ Dunks comes in to punt the ball again. He will. 18 punts this year. Has had a long of 44, averaging over 34 yards a punt. Last week in Davenport, Iowa against St. Ambrose, had 6 punts, had a long of 40, and averaging for the day 33.5 yards a punt. He waits at the Lynx 40-yard line. Tabler back deep at the USF 10-yard line. Good delivery to him. Rush is coming, but the kick is away. End over end. Tabler lets it hit and bounds out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So St. Francis gets the ball back, but they'll have it deep in their own territory once again with 6:14 remaining in this opening quarter. And St. Francis on the road leads it 7-0. Well, help support your Catholic parish or school and help yourself in the process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. Call Elevate at 844-230-6611 or visit them online at ndelevate.com to learn more. So St. Francis does get the ball back, and they'll have it 1st and 10, and they'll have it back on their own 8-yard line, in fact. So Ferreira trying to play cautious, hands the play action fake. He wants to throw over the middle. He's got Appenzeller at the 25. Hit from behind. He runs out across the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. And Cody Appenzeller, and good crisp delivery right in the middle. Good read and good judgment that time by Ferrer, and Appenzeller with the catch. That's his 8th catch of the season. Does have 3 receiving touchdowns and rapidly improving field position for USF just across their own 30-yard line. 5:46 remaining first quarter. Blitz being showed by Lindenwood-Belleville, but here's the run. And it's Harris trying to feel his way up the middle and gets a couple of yards, maybe a yard and a half. Out to about the 32-yard line, I think, is where they're going to set that ball down. Just short of the 33-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, second down and 7.
Run by number 17, Justin Green.
Cougars trying to, that was Justin Green that is in the backfield now for St. Francis. Had 14 carries last week for 59 yards, averaging over 4 yards a carry. Ferrer on second down and long. Wants to throw, looks, pulls it down, being pursued, and they've got him trapped for a sack. That time they came through, and some of the big boys, that was Adrian Ming, who had 5 tackles and a sack last week. He goes 317, a 6'1 senior.
Sack by
And we'll see where they're going to mark the ball on forward progress, not where Ferrer came down, but that's a big loss. And looks like it'll be about 3rd down and about 16 to go. St. Francis trying to get out to their own 41-yard line. On 3rd down, St. Francis for the year 18 of 40 for 45%. That ranks 2nd best among all MSFA teams. But asking a lot. 2 safeties back right around where they need to get to about their own 41-yard line. Ferrer with 2 wide to the left. Cam Smith wide to the right. Wants to throw again. Looks, loads, fired. Looking for Smith. The ball tipped in the air. And Cam Smith was there. Can't find it. And they might have got to him early. There's a penalty flag thrown, and that may go as pass interference. As far as penalties, Lindenwood had 9 for 56 yards last week. They're averaging 74 yards a game in penalties. Cougars, despite just being assessed 2 penalties for 15 yards, still averaging 72 yards a game in penalties for the season.
Pass interference. Defense number 19. 15 yards.
Quincy Foster will draw the penalty, pass interference against Lindenwood. So they're moving the chains. St. Francis will have a 1st and 10 at the Cougar 40-yard line in the scarlet stripe portion of this field. Really something to see. If you get a chance, go online to the Lindenwood-Belleville website. There was a motion offensively. They reset. No penalty, no foul. Here's Ferrer, wants to throw again. Time of the pocket. Now flush to his right, got rid of it, threw it away. And we do not see a penalty flag. I wasn't sure if he got out of the tackle box. They're going to rule that a Cougar player was in the vicinity, but the rush came late and got to Ferrer, but he was able to get rid of the ball, and that's great to see that part. Did not take the sack. 2nd down and 10 with the ball still back at the 40-yard line. 4:04 remaining in this opening quarter. 7-0 St. Francis. Second down and 10. Having a little problem with the downkeeper on the scoreboard clock. Here's Ferrer again. Wants to throw. Looks, throws near side in the slant. Got Seth Coate. Gets away from one at the 45 of Lynx. Working up the middle. Still on his feet inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Seth Coate just would not go down. They were bouncing off of him like pinballs. Well, Coate goes 6'4", 210. And played big that time. Big catch and a big run after the catch. You'd always talk about the yak yards, the yards after a catch. And suddenly it's 1st and 10 for USF. They've got it at the Lynx. Yeah, I think they're going to mark that at the 27, 28-yard line. And Ferrer now, a little more operating room. Wants to throw again. Rushes on, screens the ball. He's got Justin Green. Green looking for running room. He's got the inside the 10 to the 5. Knocked down short of the goal line. He got to the 1. Touchdown saving tackle as again the Lynx throwing to the football, but Justin Green running hard, the redshirt freshman. He goes 186, and it'll be 1st and goal for St. Francis. They're going to mark that ball at the Lynx 2-yard line. Monte McDowell comes back in. Cam Smith checks out of the game. Coate stays in. He'll be tight to the left side. And Justin Green is the running back, offset to the left as Ferrer sets up out of the pistol. Seth Stewart's in, and now Green's, here's a quick screen to him as he cuts upside and looks to get into the end zone. Stopped short, did not get in. At least got back to the line of scrimmage at the 2, maybe picked up one of those 2 yards. It will be 2nd down, 2nd and goal.
Pass to number 17, Justin.
And they're going to say he did get to the 1. They're going to bring that ball back, and it's just short of the goal line is where they spotted down.
Tackled by Matt Blaharchuk.
Blaharchuk on the stop. He's a good one. The 218-pound senior defensive end who did play against St. Francis in 2012 on this field. Now Seth Stewart up on the wing to the right side. Green is the running back. They'll look to Green again. Curls up the middle. Did he get into the end zone? Touchdown. Justin Green with his first rushing touchdown of the season. So a pair of 1-yard scores for St. Francis. Aaron Harris earlier on the day, and now Justin Green from a yard out at the 2:04 mark. And St. Francis has doubled up the lead, or pending this extra point attempt by Ryan Nix. Trying to make it a 14-0 lead here. Well, Seth Coate set up the scoring opportunity with a good catch and a run after the catch. Right-footed kick is on the way. Looks good and is good. 14-0 USF in the lead on the road. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Cougar Football on the road on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Want low mortgage payments? With mortgage rates still near historic lows, now may be the right time to purchase the home of your dreams or refinance your current one. This is Dan Fivecoat from First Federal Bank. I will work with you one-on-one to find the perfect financing solution for you. After all, we're better together. Contact me, Dan Fivecoat, at 260-489-4621 or visit us on the web at first-fed.com for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Some of the other games going on elsewhere in the Mid-States Football Association today. Concordia is off to a pretty good start this year. They're at Trinity International. Marion home today in Missouri Baptist. And Siena Heights, we'll see them next home game. The Saints are on the road at St. Xavier in Chicago. And Taylor traveling to Olivet Nazarene. That Cougar next home game is on Saturday, October the 10th, 12 noon against Siena Heights. Reggie Blackman, the former Snyder Panther, back in his hometown. Nix ready to kick it away. Right-footed kick, driving kick, end over end. That'll be fielded at the 11. Bring it out to the 15, to the 20. Looking for running room. Walter Jackson left side. Got to the 25. Still pushing the pile. Still on his feet. Across the 25, maybe to the 26-yard line. Might have been K-Ross Stewart on the return rather than Walter Jackson. It was, and it will be 1st and 10 now for the Lynx as they try to get something going. A week ago, the Lynx lost in Davenport. St. Ambrose 48-26. That was a 38-0 lead by the Bees early on before LWB got on the board. In fact, it was 45-7 at halftime. Here today, at home with 1:55 on the clock in the first quarter, it is 14-0 St. Francis. Carrington Thompson now working at left defensive end. Here's a run call, and Harris runs into a wall and knocked down. He's going nowhere.
Run by Cam Harris.
Good defensive stop by St. Francis.
Tackle made by Eric Hemmelgarn.
Give credit for that stop, Eric Hemmelgam on the stop. 6'5" red shirt freshman. That's a loss of 1. Loss of 1 yard, 2nd down and 11 with the ball back inside the 25-yard line. Austin wanting to throw, looks near side. That ball is caught initially and dropped. That was good coverage that time. Terrell Holman covered up quickly, and Walter Jackson separated the hands from the ball. In fact, Jerome might have had an opportunity for an interception if he could have reacted just a little bit quicker. But just like that is going to be 3rd down and 10. Cougars dropping 5 back in their nickel coverage, expecting a pass. In the middle of everything is Cale Tabler. Spencer Coward is also dropping back almost like a safety. Now he's going to come up a little bit. So Austin out of the shotgun formation with Harris flanked to his right, wanting to throw, screens the ball. Harris has got it at the 21, looking for running room to the 25, got to the 30, maybe to the 32, not much more than that. Tabler came up and finished it off. But the Cougars are going to stop that one, and Carrington Thompson dropped back and had the initial tackle on Cam Harris to bring up 4th down. 4th down and 6. And once again, we'll see an upcoming Lynx punt coming up. At the 17-yard line is where T.J. Dunks gets ready to kick the ball away once again. Final 37 seconds of this quarter. Clock is moving. Here's the snap. Rush is coming. Kick is away high, end over end. And Tabler calls fair catch and has got it at the USF 35-yard line. Wind playing a little bit of games with the ball. Looked like it was knuckling a little bit, but Tabler very steady, running under it, calling the fair catch, and USF will get it back with 27.9 seconds remaining in this opening quarter, moving from right to left against the wind. But that so far has not been a big factor for Nick Ferrer. And even on his long passes, he's been putting down some laser shots. They've had a lot on him. And some very good, capable hands on the receiving end, Cody Appenzeller and Seth Coate in particular. And here they come ready to work. P.J. Dean, I believe, is checked into the backfield. Screen coming to Appenzeller. Got a block at the 40, 45, and all the way tripped up, but he falls forward to about the 47-yard line. And just like we've been seeing in these series for USF, 1 play and 1 first down. That's a gain of 12. So they move the chains. Clock stopped while they move the down markers across the way, and the clock moves once again. Final 20 seconds. St. Francis trying to get off 1 final play before the end of this first quarter. 14-0 is where we stand. Ferrer with 10 seconds, with 9. Wants to throw again, looks near side, checks off. Now screens over the middle. He's got Dean. Dean to midfield, tripped up, gets back to the 50-yard line. So that'll be the final play of this opening quarter. And St. Francis with a pair of 1-yard scoring touchdowns, one by Aaron Harris, Justin Green the other, lead here on the road at Lindenwood-Belleville 14-0. And this is Cougar football on the road on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Think of Briscoe Dentistry for your family's dental care. Dr. Todd Briscoe and team know that your body is more than just teeth and gums. Your oral health affects the performance ability of your entire body. And on the field or court, you want your body to perform at its best. So trust Dr. Briscoe and team to provide the ultimate in preventative, periodontal, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry. To optimize your body's performance, contact Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-99dentistry.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Joe Parson with you here in Belleville, Illinois, the home of the Lynx of Lindenwood-Belleville. St. Francis ready to start the second quarter. They will have second down and 6 at the 49-yard line and leading the Lynx at 14-0. Cougars played the Lynx in the other loan meeting back in November of 2012. St. Francis won that one 44-7 with 424 yards of total offense in the ball game, and USF led at halftime 28-7 in that contest. A couple of notes: Cam Harris in that ball game, same Cam Harris that's playing today, had 10 carries for 68 yards, had a 27-yard touchdown run, their only score of the day. And Matt Blarchek had 1 sack and 5 tackles. But now St. Francis trying to go to work again. Ferrer, rush is coming. He throws over the middle, looking in for Monte McDowell, but he can't catch up to this one. Now hit late in a penalty flag. McDowell picks up the ball and maybe talking to a couple of the Lynx defenders. That ball was clearly overthrown. Monte continued running his route and then suddenly was deposited to the turf well after the play was over. To be honest with you, I thought it was incidental contact, but the contact was made, and that one's going to be a walk-off against Lindenwood-Belleville. Personal foul. That'll cost them 15, and it'll move the ball inside the 40-yard line down to the 35, and 1st and 10 for USF. Now working with the wind behind them. Sun trying to break through the clouds a little bit here in Belleville, Illinois. Pretty cloudy once we got to the stadium a couple of hours before kickoff, but now trying to clear up a little bit. 72 degrees at kickoff. Ferrer checking that defense, 3 linebackers back. Here's Ferrer, checks off, looks over the middle. He's got a ball that's dropped in and off the hands. That was one that probably St. Francis should have had, as it was Sean Boswell who had a touchdown catch last week. The irony, one of the real footnotes to the 5'9 sophomore Sean Boswell, just 2 catches this year, both of them for touchdowns, and he might have had his 3rd because he was behind the defense. 2nd down and 10. Boswell stays in the slot left side. Split wide of him is Seth Coate, who has played well again here today. Ferrer with 2 wide to the right to the short side. Looking near side, throws the ball. He's got a catch, and there's a drop by Cam Smith, and boy, that's news. That just does not happen, and boy, Cam is really unhappy with himself. Tried to run, tried to make a little bit of a pivot move, but did not have control of the ball, and comes back right at the 35. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Cougars last week on 3rd downs in their big win over Trinity International, 6 of 13 for 46%. Lynx for the year are just 8 of 42 on 3rd downs for 19%. That's next last among all MSFA teams. Ferrer, 3rd down and long. Looking left, rush is coming. Now gets rid of the ball, throws it incomplete. Trying to dump it off right side and just basically keep it in out of harm's way in the vicinity of Kylan Bass. But 4th down coming up, and I believe Cougars are going to try to run a play here. They will not attempt a field goal, although they do have a bit of a wind behind them. Remember, as far as field goes, Nix is 2 for 2. And he's got a long of 42 yards, but they need 10 on this 4th down call. Cam Smith stays in wide to the near side. Lone wide out here. Stewart up on the wing to the right side. 2 wide to the left. And Ferreira needs 10 yards. Looking, loads up, throws the ball. He's got to catch Cam Smith that time. Sure hands the ball, and he's got it down to about the 22-yard line of Lindenwood-Belleville. So the 4th down bid pays off for the Cougars as they're on the move once again. Just short of the red zone. And I do mean red zone. And they'll spot it 1st and 10 at the LWB 22-yard line. Same set, same lineup. Well, now they're going to put Stewart up in the slot to the right. P.J. Dean stays in as the running back, the 187-pound freshman running back. And here's another throw, strong arm throw. That one knocked away. Good defense. Knifing in there to knock that ball away was Quincy Foster. Had 3 tackles and an interception last week. Despite the loss against St. Ambrose, the Lynx last week on the road had 1 sack, 1 interception, and 9 tackles for loss. 2nd down and 10 with the ball at the 22-yard line. St. Francis leads it 14-0. Showing the same lineup and the formation as the previous 2 plays. Ferreira out of the pistol. Blitz is coming. He's got to get rid of the ball and got rid of it. Looking back to Dean, and boy, I tell you, they were coming. That time untouched up the middle. I believe that was DeMarcus Terry, or no, it was Eric Sadowski. Eric Sadowski came through there on a delayed blitz, and nobody picked him up, so now it's 3rd down and 10 with the ball still at the 22-yard line. Ferreira able to get rid of the ball rather than take the sack. Cam Smith was over to the sideline and brought the play in. Stays in wide to the right. That's the short side of the field. Cougars working from the right side hash mark. Needing 10 yards. And Ferreira now looking again. Dances, throws a little high ball. No chance that time. Looking for the deep post pattern run by Monte McDowell. And now we'll see if they will think about bringing Ferreira in to attempt the field goal on this 4th down and 10 call coming up. And here comes Nix onto the field. Nix is 1 for 1 inside of 30 yards. And also 1 for 1 from 40 to 49 yards. He has a 42-yard long field goal this year. This one will be from the 29. It'll be a 39-yard field goal just inside and from the right hash mark. So a 39-yard field goal attempt coming up. Right-footed kick by Nix is on the way. Looks good. And it is good. 39-yard field goal by Ryan Nix. Add 3 to the Cougar total. So at the 13:51 mark, St. Francis extends their lead now over the Lynx at 17-0. And with a timeout down below, we'll step out as well. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Tri-State Warehousing is one of the most complete service-oriented companies in the warehousing field today. Located in Fort Wayne, Tri-State Warehousing is a 50,000 square foot dry and temperature-controlled storage facility, serving 2/3 of the continental U.S. with overnight rail service. The dedicated staff and specialty services of Tri-State Warehousing are known throughout the industry. For great things in store, call Tri-State Warehousing, 260-436-2010. That's 260-436-2010.
Ryan Nix, by the way, came into the ballgame with 26 points. He's added 5 more points already today. That 26 starting the day tied him for number 1 spot among all kickers in the Mid-States Football Association. And now he'll tee it up at his own 35 and kick it away from left to right. Lynx with some dangerous kick returners back there. K. Ross Stewart, one of them. 17-0 St. Francis. Cougars, Nix is ready. Gets the go-ahead from the officials, and here we go. Short pooch kick near side. That is going to be fair catch caught at the 30. So St. Francis aware of the deep threat on the kick returners by Stewart and J.T. Washington in particular. J.T. Washington, number 3 among kick returners in the Mid-States Football Association. So they'll take their chances kicking short, and it'll be the Lynx setting up 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Redeemer Radio has one travel sponsor, and that's H&L Electric, specializing in commercial electric needs for the business community. H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business. Call Pete Henry at 260-357-0123. That's 260-357-0123. Austin looking to hand the ball off, and a little counter run to the right side. Gets to the 30, to the 32. It'll be a net gain of about 2 yards on that read option handoff. So far, St. Francis has basically kept Cam Harris in check. He'll gain about 1.5 yards. Let's call it 2nd down and 8. The one good run they had came on a little fake handoff where Torian Austin bootlegged around the left side. 2nd down and long. Austin sets up out of the shotgun formation. And Cougars show blitz again, but play action fakers a quick throw to the right. They've got a catch short of the 1st down. That'll be out across the 37-yard line, maybe up around the 38.
Pass completed to number 81, Kevin Chisholm.
Thought it was Walter Jackson again, but they're going to say Kevin Chisholm made the catch there. 3rd down and 3. They moved that ball back just outside the 37-yard line. They've got to get to the 40. Big call coming up both ways now with 12:40 remaining in the first half. Austin, long count from the line of scrimmage, looks to Harris again. No, he keeps it himself, trying to turn the corner and can't do it. Good pursuit. Spencer Coward was there. Came knifing through and step for step with Torian Austin. Tackles him for a loss way back around the 35-yard line, and once again they'll have to bring the punt team on. So that time they went to the well, Austin had success, as we mentioned earlier in the ball game, but could not get the job done. Coward tracked him down and tackled him for a loss, and now Dinks will come on to punt the ball away. TJ Dunks it is. Waits at the 22. Kick is away. Nice spiral ball hanging. And Tabler's got it and does not call for a catch. And steps out of a tackle at the 30, 35. Got up to about the 38-yard line. And penalty flag coming in again late. Lynx wondering if that one's going against them. As coming up, that was Mariko Collins, I should say, that made the tackle. Officials discussing this among themselves. St. Francis is going to have the ball with 11:47 remaining here in the first half, leading it 17-0. Cougars, as we mentioned, averaging 50.7 points a ball game, number 1. Oh, that one's going against St. Francis, a holding call. Boy, officials taking a long time to discuss it, and Kevin Donley wants another explanation. That 50.7 scoring average per ball game, number 1 in the MSFA, but also number 3 nationally among all NAIA teams. Penalty is going to move the ball back inside the USF 30 to the 28-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10. St. Francis has hurt itself a couple of times today. In fact, that's the 3rd penalty. Gegner in motion, right to left. Now they'll run the ball and off tackle play, and coming out of a pack, that's Aaron Harris. Harris got stacked up right about the 30-yard line and then just scooted his way, pivoted out to his left, and brings it out for a gain of about 6 yards. That one did not look to have much more than maybe a yard or 2, but Aaron Harris kept his feet churning and kept his body elevated, did not go down, and brings up 2nd down, and let's call it a long 4. Seth Codian split wide to the short side to the left as Ferrer looking to hand the ball off again. And a cut up the middle, and there's running room for Harris. Bowls his way out to the 40-yard line. Good job of blocking up front, opening the holes. Brian Gegner, Zach Menardo, Gus Hancock, Keegan Bruner, and Alex Woods for St. Francis. Eric Sadowski came in and finally got a hold of Harris, but not before he's got another 1st down. And here come the Cougars approaching midfield once again with 10:48 remaining in the first half. They've got the ball at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. leading at 17-0. 3 wide to the right. The trips package is Ferrer. Wants to throw the ball. Looking, dumps it over the middle. He's got a catch. That's Seth Stewart down inside the 40 of the Lynx to the 38. Saw the hit coming and ducked down to avoid a big hit.
Tackled by Trey Parker.
Trey Parker credited with coming up and make that stop defensively for the Lynx, but it's 1st and 10 at the 38 of LWB. Cam Smith in wide to the near side, and they'll hand the ball off, and here's Harris again. Tries to curl up the middle, bounced off a tackle, got it down close to the 35-yard line. See where they're going to put that ball squarely right at the 35. So Harris running hard today, came in with 36 carries, topping the Cougars in that category with 283 rushing yards. That, by the way, ranks 5th among MSFA running backs, and leads them with 3 touchdowns. Ferreira pressures on, throws over the middle, has got a catch. Appenzeller still on his feet, gets by 1, gets by 2. Little guy ducked under a would-be tackle and gets it down to the 15-yard line. They just couldn't find him. At 5'9", stepped out of one tackle and ducked underneath another. And he is a magician. Great footwork, and obviously just knows how to position his body to get maximum effort and production. 1st and 10 at the 15. Cougars on the move once again at the left side hash mark. 2 wide to the right, motion to the right side as well. Ferrer rolls that way, looking, throws a dart. That one intended for Appenzeller, but too much traffic as that one, and Appenzeller looking to the near side bench. He wants to come out of the game. Sean Boswell will come back in. Ferrer really muscled up on that throw, but just too many dark shirts in the way. 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped with 9:06 remaining here in the first half. Cote in the ball game, wide to the short side to the left. And 2 wide, including Boswell to the right. Motion back to the left side. They'll hand the ball. There's Harris looking for running room. Can't find it. That time they cut him off at the pass, and it'll be a loss back outside the 15 around the 18-yard line.
Tackle made by number 75, Adrian Means.
Alamami, one of the linebackers, he's a sophomore, credited with the stop. Adeneen Alamami. And I can only hope I'm pronouncing that right. Let's spot that ball back at the 20s where they set it down. So it's 3rd down and about 14. 2 wide again to the right. Blitz coming defensive left side. Ferrer looks, throws the fade to the left corner, looking for Cote. He's got it on his fingertips, and it's a touchdown. Seth Cote again with a height advantage on the DB back there. That is a 20-yard touchdown toss at the 8:20 mark, and the Cougars get their first passing touchdown of the afternoon, and they extend their lead out here on the Lynx to 23-0. 20 yards on the touchdown pass. Ferrer to Seth Cote, and for Nick Ferrer, that's his 15th touchdown toss of the year. Seth Cote, his 6th receiving touchdown. Good touch on that pass to left corner of the end zone. Now Nick's trying to add the extra point. End over end on the way, and good again. So add 1 to the Cougar total, 24-0. USF still posting the shutout here on the road. We'll step out for a break. This is Cougar Football and Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Are you looking for an orthopedic specialist? Ortho Northeast has been serving the community for over 50 years with offices in 3 convenient locations. Look for the location nearest you. Dr. John Pritchard is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon with 20 years of experience with OME and can assist you with the best treatment plan for your knee or shoulder pain. Dr. John Pritchard is looking forward to meeting you and helping with all orthopedic needs. Call Dr. Pritchard at 260-484-8551 or visit the web at www.orthome.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Lindenwood Stadium here in Belleville, Illinois. Just a few miles from the Mississippi River. And it's a 24-0 lead for St. Francis. They have not put that final extra point conversion on the board. And finally they do. Somebody heard us. You always got to be careful when you're on the road. Don't take anything for granted. 24-0 USF. They'll kick it away out of the east end zone, left to right. Nix, who's added another point to his total today. He's got 6. And high end-over-end kick down the middle. This will be returned out of the 10, 15, 20, 25. And still running room all the way up across the 35-yard line to the 38. So some of the best starting position of the ball game for the Lynx, as K. Ross Stewart has them some operating room just short of their own 40-yard line.
Returned by number 20, K. Ross Stewart. Tackle made.
Looking on Stewart's numbers, he does have a special teams kickoff return touchdown, a 97-yarder this year. Good reason why the Cougars are trying to keep the ball away from him. He's averaging over 35 yards a kick return. And adds to that total with that one. Torian Austin in at quarterback. He's gone all the way in the first half, looking to throw the ball near side. Tip ball, hangs in the air dangerously, but no harm, no foul. Deshaun Lewis could not react to the ball in time to come to it. Falls incomplete. Austin has got a strong arm. Last week against the Fighting Bees, 16 of 30 through the air for 184 yards, 3 touchdowns. But he's also intercepted one time. He's got such a quick delivery, they've only been able to sack him 3 times this year, and no sacks last week by the Fighting Bees. 2nd down and 10. Cougars with 2 safeties back now as Austin with the count and looks. There's a penalty flag thrown. Gets rid of the ball. Throws it. It's picked off. It's Spencer Coward's got it at the 45. Cuts to the 40-yard line. Down the left sidelines to the 30. And knocked out of bounds around the 27-yard line. We'll check the penalty flag. Got to believe it's going to go against the Lynx. And St. Francis will have their first interception of the ball game and in business inside the Belleville 30-yard line. We'll wait for the confirmation from our referee, Chad Davis. He's motioning the Cougar off. Well, is he? I believe he wants his.
Intercepted by number 30, Spencer Cowherd.
I believe that's going to stand up.
Illegal formation.
It was a legal formation. That's declined. So St. Francis will have it 1st and 10. And let's see where they'll spot that ball at the Lynx 27-yard line. That time Austin under pressure and rolling to his left, right-handed passer, trying to hoping for a miracle, threw it in the middle of the field, and just Spencer Coward was there. And a good return, and St. Francis has the offensive unit back on the field now in this 24-0 lead on the road. Looks like Charles Gaston is checked in now in the slot to the right side. And the Cougars will run the ball. And there's Justin Green linking him up as he's inside the 5-yard line, inside the 10, down close to the 5-yard line.
Run by number 17.
Boy, Justin Green high-stepping his way. Found a gaping hole off the left side, open up between Gus Hancock and Alex Woods. And a good job by USF knocking on the door once again with 7:37 remaining in the first half. A little motion left to right by Gegner. They'll hand the ball to Green again, trying to angle right side, runs into his own man and into the end zone for a touchdown. So that one from 5 yards out. So 2 plays later after the interception by Coward, it'll be a 5-yard touchdown run by Justin Green, the 3rd rushing touchdown of the ball game by St. Francis. Time of the score is 7:25, and suddenly the Cougars balloon out to a 30-0 lead, pending the extra point attempt coming up by Ryan Nix. Nix with 6 points already today. Low snap. Brad Jarzak gets that down. End over and kick is on the way and good by Nix. So 31-0 St. Francis. We're still just under 7.5 minutes time remaining in the first half. We'll take a break. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Looking to finance your education, a new car, your first home, whatever your next
big move is, Three Rivers can help. Three Rivers believes that everyone has the power to achieve financial success, and that's why we provide our community with the tools, guidance, and services needed to make it happen. So, what's next on your bucket list? Start your relationship with Three Rivers today so you can reach your goals tomorrow. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org.
Look at the line score of the ball game. St. Francis led at the end of the first quarter 14-0. And they so far have added another 17 points in this second quarter. A couple of touchdowns sandwiched around a 39-yard field goal by Ryan Nix that preceded a 20-yard touchdown pass from Ferrer to Seth Coate. And following the interception by Spencer Coward, now a two-play run by Justin Green, dancing into the end zone. And St. Francis leads it 31-0. Kick is down the middle again, high end over end. And it'll be returned inside the 5. Out to the 10, 15, run right side. And across the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lynx at their own 23, 24-yard line.
Return by number 9, J.T. Washington.
J.T. Washington on that kickoff return. He's had a long this year of 33 yards. Had 2 kickoff returns against St. Ambrose last week. Averaged 24 yards a kick return, a long of 29. So far, the Lynx have not been able to get into the end zone so far today. They trail it at home at 31-0. They came in here at 1-2 on the year and looking for their first home turf win. Here's Austin, wheels around the right side, does angle out of bounds, and he'll pick up at least 5 yards. Faking the handoff and wheeling it around the right side.
By number 2, Terrian
Austin, 6'3", senior, has pretty good size, could weigh 223 pounds. Came in with just 53 rushing yards for the season, but 3 rushing touchdowns. And he'll have 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. Cam Harris, the running back to his left, play action fake. They throw over the middle, and there's a catch made, and punishing hit right away. Looks like they've got enough yardage, though, just across their 35 to move the chains. And it'll be 1st and 10 for LWB. Michael Carter into the ball game, wide to the near side, part of a trips package for the Lynx now. Clock moving, approaching 6.5 minutes time remaining in this first half. Lucas Sparks, defensive right side, trying to fight through. Here's Austin, rolls to his right, Scott running him, throws the ball anyways, got a catch. And that one is ruled a catch right at the first down stick at the 46. So Austin starting to heat up now, and that's a good pass. He was scrambling to his right, and on the move, he threw a dart. And they'll move the chains again. Cougars won the toss. They took the ball and scored on that opening possession. It means the Lynx will have the ball. Empty backfield now for Austin. Steps up in the pocket, looking, hit as he threw the ball. His arm was moving forward, and that was Carrington Thompson that nailed him just as Austin was ready to deliver that football, so he drove it into the turf here. It's ruled an incomplete pass. Thompson's numbers coming in. Carrington Thompson leads the Cougars with 5 quarterback hurries coming in to start the day. Last week against Trinity International had 2 tackles, 2 quarterback hurries, 1 sack, and a half a tackle for loss. 2nd down and 10, 6:05 on the clock. Austin again, read option, gives to Harris, bangs his way up the middle, and fights his way into Cougar territory across midfield and down to the USF 47-yard line, 48-yard line is where they mark him down. Lynx not huddling up. They go no huddle. And they'll bring in Kevin Chisholm again as one of the wideouts to the near side. He'll be joined here by Michael Carter. Clock becoming a factor, approaching 5.5 minutes time remaining in this first half. 31-0 St. Francis. Now Austin might be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 10 on the play clock. Has the snap, quick delivery right side. Has got a catch short of the first down, but that's down to the St. Francis 46. It was 3rd down and 5. It'll be 4th down and 4. So just a yard gained. And they're going to bring in Dunks. Interesting. Trying to play field position if they can and trying to keep the Cougars out of the end zone for the final under 5 minutes time remaining. Dunks waiting back at his own 40, and the delivery is made. He does kick the ball away high. Floating ball. Tabler calls fair catch, has got it somewhere around the 12 or 13 yard line, so St. Francis will be at least about 88 yards away. But they have the ball back with 4:40 remaining in this first half, and on top here on the road at 31-0. Other games, as we mentioned, going on elsewhere. Concordia on the road today at Trinity International in Deerfield, Illinois. Marion home in Indy. They'll have back-to-back home games. We'll be there next Saturday afternoon. They're hosting Missouri Baptist today. And Siena Heights on the road. They're playing at St. Xavier in Chicago on the south side. Actually marked that ball at the 14-yard line, so St. Francis 86 yards away. As Ferrer, working from the left side hash mark, deep in his own territory, hands the ball off. It looks like Green. No, it's P.J. Dean, and he's got running room down the left sidelines and running out of bounds. No, that's Tyrone Young.
Run by number 27.
Tyrone Young. Tyrone Young, I'm going to get that right. Good run by the youngster. And it'll be a first down at the USF. The screen is coming left side and not much there. Ball popped free. Let's see how they're going to rule it. St. Francis gets it back. It'll be 2nd down. That was Gegner, ruled a catch, but he got the ball back. And maybe he's going to lose about a couple of yards. Going to move that ball back, in fact, just across the USF 30-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 13. Here's Ferrer looking near side. He's got to catch. Monty McDowell gets away from one, 35-40. And working back to the hash mark. Gets across the 45 to the 46-47. And McDowell holding his arm awkwardly coming off the field. So McDowell took a big hit. Has the first down for St. Francis. And now with 3:33, hurry-up offense for the Cougars. Stretch handoff again. P.J. Dean's back in there. Angles off tackle to the left side and knocked down. There's a penalty flag thrown back at the USF 48. P.J. Dean got it to the Lynx about the 48.
Tackle by number 52.
Let's see if that one's going against St. Francis. Kevin Donley in the pregame interview was pleased with his team. Just 2 penalties and 15 yards last week. That won't be the case today.
Holding, number 75 of the offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Alex Woods was pulled. So that'll push St. Francis back. Still plenty of time, though, remaining. Both teams with 3 timeouts on the clock as well. And 3:25 remaining. Penalty will move the ball back inside the USF 40, just inside the 38. So it'll be first down. St. Francis trying to reach the 43 of the Lynx. They got a couple of downs to work with here. Ferrer wants to throw, looks left, throws the ball high, and that one sails out of bounds. Intended for Nate Carson, who made the road trip.
Pass intended for number 15, Nate Carson.
Nate goes 6'2", but had absolutely no chance on that one. Again, Ferrer muscled up on that ball, and it sailed high on him. Wind aided. So it'll be 2nd down and 19. Clock stopped with 3:10 remaining in the first half. Dean stays in as the running back. Be lined up behind and offset to the right behind Nick Ferrer. Ferrer's got 2 wide to his right and looks to hand the ball off. Here's a cut up the middle, and dragging tacklers as Dean reaches down for the 45. They're going to say the knee hit back around the 44-yard line, just short of the 45-yard line. And that'll keep the clock moving. It'll bring up 3rd down and 13. Mentioned on 3rd down calls a week ago, St. Francis was 6 of 13 against Trinity International for 46%. They failed a couple of times today on third downs, but have connected on fourth downs, and they lead it 31-0. Ferrer now barking up the signals. There was movement defensively, but they got back. And here's Ferrer, looks, screens the ball near side. Young's got it, but going nowhere. Hit hard at his own 46. So it'll bring up fourth down with 2:20 remaining. The clock will move, and Spitnail will come in for his second punt of the day. You know, Josh, a season ago, was among the leaders among punters in the Mid-States Football Association. Not doing bad this year. He's number 7 coming in, 11 punts coming into today's action, averaging 37 yards a punt, and has had along a 47. We're going to have a stoppage right here that'll stop the clock with 1:58 remaining. I'll check and see who called that timeout, but we can tell you it's 31-0 St. Francis with a timeout. And this is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
He has counted to infinity twice. He once set a land speed record on a surfboard. Bruce Springsteen calls him the boss. He is the most fascinating man alive. I don't always buy diamonds, but when I do, I prefer Peter Franklin jewelers. Stay sparkly, my friends.
You gotta love that commercial, don't you? Still no indication. I believe that was called by LWB, though. Give them a little more time to work with. And they're going to have Kevin Chisholm, I believe, back in punt return this time. Meanwhile, Spitnail on the field waiting. A little bit of an official's delay. I think they're going to make a change on the clock. Right now it shows 1:58 left until intermission. They may put a little more back on the clock. Spitnail, by the way, will wait inside the USF 35 at about the 33-yard line. And still, it's been no. Now they reset it to 2:04. So Josh Spitnail hoping for a good delivery. A little bit low, but he got it away. Nice, high, floating kick. That one is going to hit and takes a bounce into the end zone. Gaston got down there, was trying to get to the ball, but it kicked into the end zone. It'll come out, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Lynx. They'll have a long way to go, trailing it here at home at 31-0. So Spitnail got all of that one, Josh Spitnail. Drew Durnell come in now at one defensive end. Let's see, Hemmelgam is out there as well. And Cameron Shackelford also. One of the defenders out there for St. Francis. Torian Austin wants to throw. Looking, steps up in the pocket. Can't find anything. A lot of time. Checks off. Now throws to the right. He's got a catch. And running, that's Harris after the catch for a first down. Down the right sidelines, trying to get out of bounds to kill the clock. And got up across his own 35-yard line. Now that time that Torian Austin had plenty of time and finally able to check off and find his safety valve, Harris, open in the right flats, who runs for a first down. Still 1:42 on the clock, 1st and 10. Lynx have the ball at their own 36-yard line. Harris stays in as the running back, offset to the left side, too wide to the left. Now there was movement at the snap of the ball. There should be a penalty flag. The catch is made. Cannot believe. And this official is saying, I missed the call. You can read his lips looking at the Cougar coaches. But he's not going to come in and make it right. That's a gain of 3. It's 2nd down and 7. Austin throws to the middle. He's got a catch up short of midfield. Hurry up offense now for the Lynx. Zachary Clocky with a catch. No huddle. Hurry up offense. Lynx still have 2 timeouts remaining. They're a yard short of midfield. Austin wants to throw again. Steps up the pocket. Throws right side. Looking for A catch, and that was Walter Jackson, incomplete. Good coverage down there.
Number 80, Walter Jackson.
Jalen McIntyre came out to help.
Broken up by number 25, Jarrell.
And Jarrell Holman had him step for step. That'll stop the clock with 1:01. Cougars making personnel changes once again. Carrington Thompson checks back in. Cougars trying to preserve the shutout in the first half. They lead it 31-0. Second down and 10. Austin again, backpedals, looking to throw, being pressured, throws near sides, got a man downfield, and the ball is caught at the 15-yard line. Well, it was a nice job in backpedaling. It was Michael Carter able to locate the ball. 6'1" junior with 4 catches last week, 4 of his 5 on the year, and I believe the Lynx are going to take another timeout.
Timeout, St. Francis.
No, St. Francis is going to talk things over to settle things down, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the USF 17-yard line for the Lynx with 54.1 seconds remaining. Going to keep things right here. We talked about the last time St. Francis, and in fact not just the last time, but the only time St. Francis has played against Lindenwood-Belleville. That was back in November 2012. St. Francis won on that particular afternoon 44-7. And Cale Tabler had 7 tackles. Played in that ball game, so did Cam Smith. He had 3 catches for 27 yards. Cougars racked up 424 total yards of offense in the 44-7 victory. A couple of other footnotes. Cougars 3-0 coming into today's ball game. They've been averaging 579.7 yards of total offense. That also tops all Mid-States Football Association teams. Now they're going to be tested, though. They're also last in red zone defense. Only 4 times have teams been there, but all 4 times they put points on the board. And stepping out of traffic to the 20, and Austin inside the 15 to the 10, stumbling to the end zone. Did he get in? I believe he's got a touchdown. No indication yet. That would be a scramble run of 17 yards by Torian Austin with 45.6 seconds remaining. And the Cougars have got a man down. That may be Nishawn Lewis. And they're working on the lower leg. Now it looks like working more on the ankle area. Let's hope he just rolled it. I believe that's Joey Didier, one of the assistant coaches, filling Coach Kevin Donley in exactly the nature of the injury. But we have a stoppage right now, 31-6, as your shutout is broken. And pending the extra point attempt coming up for John Kelly, who has struggled a bit this year, 2 of 6 only in extra points. And last week against the Bees was 2 of 4. Little footnote on Kelly, by the way. He is listed at 6'1", a sophomore, and he weighs 271 pounds. You don't see a lot of kickers with that kind of size. It is Nishawn Lewis, and they're trying to keep all the weight being assisted off that right ankle, and he's assisted to the Cougar bench. So we'll see if we can see about his probability of returning to the ball game, but right now that looks doubtful. So Kelly in to attempt the extra point in this 31-6 ball game. High snap, right-footed kick, and got it away, and it is good. So something for the Lynx to cheer about here as we approach halftime. 31-7 with a timeout. And I'll tell you what, we'll step out as well. This is Cougar football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
We
Redeemer Radio gladly thanks Dr. Mark Stoner, a St. Jude parishioner, for underwriting a portion of our programming. Dr. Mark Stoner offers comprehensive dentistry for every family member. Dr. Stoner is now accepting new patients at his new location, 9830 Auburn Road. For more information on services for all dental needs, Dr. Stoner can be found on the web at markstonerdbs.com or reached by phone at 260-484-4181.
So Torian Austin gets him into the end zone. As we mentioned, he had just 53 net rushing yards coming into today's ball game on 18 carries. But he did have 3 rushing touchdowns. He had 1 to that total now. So he's got 4 on the season. And that'll make it 31-7 as Kelly added the extra point. Cougars stay on the road next Saturday in Indianapolis. And they'll take on the Marion Knights. Marion playing for the national championship, lost it last year, but then started this season ranked number 1. And that was before Robert Morris beat them last week in Chicago, the suburbs of Chicago. 45.6 seconds remaining here until intermission. Now the big fella Kelly is going to kick it away now. And drives it high, end over end, far side. That's Gaston's got it before it goes out of bounds, working middle of the field, and stops for a moment and leaps over a tackler and got it out to about the 16-yard line.
Return by number 1,
Charles Gaston just did not have too much room to work with. One thing you've got, one observation about LWB, they have some really quick athletes. A lot of them are not all that tall, but they're all speedy 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" guys, and they flow to the football. So St. Francis will have possession now, 39.6 seconds remaining. Here in the first half, their lead is 31-7. And Ferrer is going to work. He's gone all the way today at quarterback, wants to throw. Rolls to his right, checks off, dumps it off on the screen. Justin Green's got it, cuts to the 20, 25, middle of the field. Gets away from another one across the 40 and brings it out to the 42-yard line. Everyone did not look to have that much in the offing, but Justin Green got ahead of steam going. Now at 26 seconds remaining, the Cougars will spike the ball. And there was movement. Let's see if there's going to be a penalty on that. There was movement before the ball was delivered, and that may cost St. Francis 5 yards. Cougars took a timeout, so they've got 2 remaining. Scoreboard shows 3, but that's not right. Ball is at the 42-yard line, and no penalty. So they did honor the spike of the ball by Nick Ferrer. 1st and 10, USF at its own 42-yard line, moving left to right out of the east. And a short drop, Ferrer looking, checks off, looking right, throws over the middle. He's got Cam Smith, takes a hit, stays on his feet inside the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he will score. Cam Smith would not go down, and it will be a 58-yard touchdown. Pass play combination, we've seen it so often. Nick Ferrer to Cam Smith with 12.3 seconds remaining. And the Cougars do answer the score by Lindenwood-Belleville with one of their own. Smith took a big hit right around the 30-yard line, but he just bounced off and kept his balance. Then turned for the right corner of the end zone and legged it out the rest of the way, running away from defenders. Well, a bang-bang play. And now the extra point by Ryan Nix is on the way, and that looks good. And on the way, it is good. So St. Francis now up at 38-7. And still time on the clock as we keep things right here. Remember, that's a drive that started back around the 16, 17-yard line, so Justin Green got some good running. Got the ball out near midfield. And then the 58 touchdown toss. Pass play Ferrer to Cam Smith. Finishing it off now to make it 38-7.
Junior Midgets football team will both be playing during halftime.
Cougars started the day with a pair of 1-yard touchdown runs, one by Aaron Harris, then another one by Justin Green. Then Ferrer, 20 yards to Seth Coate. An interception by Coward led to a touchdown 2 plays later on a 5-yard Justin Green touchdown. So he's had 2 of them. Then Austin would look to be final touchdown of the first half, scrambling 17 yards for a score. Pooch kick coming near side. That one may go out of bounds, and it will. Took a high bounce around the 30-yard line. Remember, that is a free ball, too. St. Francis was hurrying to that bouncing football, but they couldn't get it before it went out of bounds. Lynx were hoping that it would get out of bounds and give them some decent field position with 12.3 seconds remaining. It'll come out to the 35. First and 10, I should say, for Lindenwood-Belleville. Cougars are going to drop 5 back deep around midfield. Their nickel package, 2 linebackers, 4 down linemen. And Austin looking read option. They'll just hand the ball off to Cam Harris. And that is going to do it for this first half. So the teams will head to the dressing room on this candy-striped field here in Belleville, Illinois. And St. Francis impressive with the first 31 points of the ball game, and then after the touchdown run by Torian Austin, getting a big play in the dying seconds of this first half, 58 yards on a touchdown pass, Ferrer to Cam Smith, and they come away with a 38-7 lead after the first 30 minutes. We'll take a 60-second timeout, 60 seconds, and we'll be back with more of our halftime presentation. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM. He's getting ready to go to work once again. Some of the specialists coming out for St. Francis as well. 38-7 is our score. And while we've got a moment as well, looking at the coaches coming out, I don't want to miss Coach D, so we're going to keep things right here. And as soon as I find Bill Scott and I find the head coach, we'll be going down on the field for the halftime comments. Everybody's coming out but the coach. He's conspicuously absent, taking his time coming back on the field. We'll remind everybody, Redeemer Radio has one travel sponsor, and that's H&L Electric, specializing in commercial electric needs for the business community. H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business. Call Pete Henry at 260-357-0123. That's 260-357-0123. And I would be remiss if I don't also add, if you can hear this game, it is thanks to our communication sponsor, Dr. Todd and Mary Briscoe and Briscoe Family Dentistry. Their generous financial support helps make this Redeemer Radio sports broadcast possible. Need emergency dental care? Call Dr. Briscoe, 486-9950. That's 486-9950. Coach D making his way out onto the field, chatting with one of the officials. It was interesting, Bill, if you got your ears on, one of the officials down below us, there was motion, and you could read his lips. He said, I missed the call, and the Cougar coach is just basically, that's okay, but you don't see that often.
No, you don't, Joe, but at least he admitted it, and I don't think that's something you can correct at that time. So, fortunately, it didn't really have much of an impact on today's game.
Well, Coach Donley coming out, then Bill will saddle up to him and get his impression of the first half.
I get a quick comment from you on the first half today for the radio.
What would you like me to say?
Well, we played halfway decent, didn't we?
Yeah, we played okay. Got a little banged up there, but yeah, we played okay. Got to start this thing like it's 0-0. Keep it going.
All right, thanks, Coach. Go back to you, Joe.
Man, a few words, but enjoying a 38-7 lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Not a second to spare. At First Federal Bank, we know that's how you feel when running your business. You need banking solutions that make the most of your precious time. We offer tailored solutions to help you manage your cash flow and services designed to streamline your paperwork, all with your time in mind. Call me, Tracy Baldan, at 260
Yep.
22 to learn how you can feel like you have a personal bookkeeper working for you around the clock, or visit first-fed.com. First Federal Bank, better together. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
38-7 our ball game. Cougars will kick it away out of the east end zone, left to right. Penalties, we didn't talk about that. Cougars had 5 for 57. Lynx had 3 for 40 yards. Now Nix will tee it up at the USF 35, ready to put the foot into the ball, and we're ready to start this second half. Here comes the kick high, end over end, down the far side. And that one goes into the end zone. It's a free ball, and they'll take a knee. As back in there was Trey Parker. Really kind of overran the ball, couldn't locate it. It bounded, did not get away from him in the end zone. And takes a knee. It'll come out. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lynx as they trail it here at home at 38-7. Taking a look and seeing if we had any of the defensive numbers, but we'll see those, I believe, in the little bit later on. No official halftime numbers as far as defensively. Cougars now with Wilmer Cole in at the right cornerback position. Nishan Jones picked up here's a Cam Harris curlback move. Started out to the left, tried to come back to the right, and got a rank back to the line of scrimmage at the 25. Might give him about a half a yard gain, as Harris in that first half credited with 8 carries for 19 net yards. This is a guy who is averaging about just under 4.5 yards a carry in the first 3 ball games. Here's Austin now, read option again, keeps the ball himself, and he is going to be swallowed up as Christian Johnson. He had to sort out the ball carrier from the fake handoff and brought down Austin for a loss. Good play by the big fella, the 6'3 sophomore, 274-pounder Christian Johnson. So a loss of a couple, in fact 3 yards, makes it 3rd down and 12 as they've got to get out to their own 35-yard line on this snap of the football. Play clock at 16. 3rd down calls. Both teams struggled, 1 of 6 were the Lynx in the first half. 2 protectors in. Austin looking to throw, looking to left, dumps it off. There's a fingertip catch by Harris. Only got out to the 29 as Pearson Harnish finished off the play. Had some help, was coming across defensively. Also in on the play was Andrew Hunt. So it'll be 3 and out for the Lynx, as T.J. Dunks, who had 5 punts in the first half, has to come in and waits to put the foot into the ball at his own 15-yard line. Cale Tabler back in punt return for St. Francis at the Cougar 35-yard line. Here's the snap. Rush is coming. Kick is away. Nice sailing kick. Tabler calls fair catch and has got it at the 41. So good field position for St. Francis. Cougars will have the wind behind them, such as it is, moving from left to right. 38 first half points, and we played about 2 minutes now into this second half. The injuries that Coach D referred to in the halftime interview, Nishan Jones with an ankle, and we saw McDowell come out, looked like he was holding an arm, or maybe the lower extremity. 1st and 10, St. Francis at their own 41-yard line. Little motion, Seth Stewart, and they'll hand the ball off. Here's Aaron Harris, squirts between defenders, steps out of one tackle, got to the 45, and carries tacklers a couple of extra yards up to the 47. Gain of 6 on the run by Aaron Harris.
Tackle made by number 31, Devin Howard.
Harris with 7 carries, 16 yards in the first half, and 1 touchdown. Call it 2nd down and 3. Coach stays in, wide to the short side to the left, 2 wide to the right, including Cam Smith. And Ferrer looks to hand the ball off again. This time Harris again got the call, spins off the tackle at midfield and into Lynx territory. down to about the 47. They will set the ball down right there. As Aaron Harris, 205.59 junior, he delivers a blow. Able to drag tacklers with them, so it's 1st and 10 for St. Francis once again on the move into Lynx territory. Lynx show blitz defensive left side. They back off now. Here's the draw coming, and Harris running him up the middle, and he's got another 1st down as he brings it inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. A penalty flag is thrown, and the Lynx are Dallas Richardson clapping his hands, and that one may be a major one, a big one against St. Francis. Herrera's coming over to ask about the penalty. Our referee today is Chad Davis. And already the Cougars are backing up.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 66 of the offense. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct call against Brian Gagner cost the Cougars 15. That'll move the ball back to midfield at the 50-yard line. It'll also bring up 1st down and let's call it 14 for St. Francis right at the 50. Well, coaches teach you got to play to the whistle, but when the whistle blows, that's it. Cougars had 5 penalties for 57 yards in that first half. And they pick up a 15-yarder that hurts, moves them back to midfield. Ferrer looking again, and here's Harris, lowers the shoulder. Gets a lot of that yardage back off the penalty. Net gain will be down to about the 46, so net gain of 4. And brings up 2nd down and let's call it 5. Ferrer huddling up his team. Appenzeller up in the slot to the left side. And Seth Coates split wide of him. Cam Smith wide to the right. Ferrer, hard count at the line of scrimmage. Rush is coming. Hands the ball to Harris, and he runs in a wall, but keeps his footing. Now to the 40, to the 35-yard line. Boy, Harris bounced off a tackle for no gain right about the 46, rotated back, looped to his right side, and picks up an extra 10, 15 yards as he's all the way down to the Lynx 32-yard line. Just would not go down. Absorbed the first hit. St. Francis up the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Seth Stewart up on the wing to the right side. Running back has been Aaron Harris. He's been the feature runner. And Seth Stewart now in motion right to left. They'll go to Harris one more time. Got a hole off to the left side and pulls tacklers down to about the 25. It may back him up a yard. Boy, the officials really watching what goes on once that whistle blows. And you don't want to be caught pushing or shoving once that whistle blows. Harris now, he's going to check out of the ball game. And Justin Green will come back in, and Justin Green ran for a couple of touchdowns in the first half. Cougars have kind of committed to a rushing offense so far to start this second half. Motion by Seth Stewart, right to left behind the line of scrimmage. Stretch handoff to Green, trying to turn the corner, and he does, and he's close to another 1st down. Got to tell you, USF might have got away with a hold that time as Woods, and boy, the Lynx player was not happy about the no call. But it will be 1st and 10, St. Francis at the Lynx 20-yard line. In fact, they'll mark that at the 19. So USF in the red zone once again. It'll be 1st and 10 with 9:20 remaining in this third quarter. First it was Harris, and now it's Ben Green. And Cougars stay with the run game. Little motion to the right now by Seth Stewart. It's Ferrer, dumps the ball off. He's got Green on a screen at the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And that's going to stand up, I believe. They roughed Ferrer. That would be a 20-yard official touchdown, as the Cougars will decline the penalty. And Justin Green will have his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. Or will he? There might have been another penalty flag downfield. Let's hold on. believe it's going to be a touchdown that stands. Cougar offense is coming off the field. Personal foul, roughing the passer is the call. And that other penalty may have been, that is, the roughing is going to be the penalty that is accepted by, well, it is not accepted, they'll take the play. And St. Francis has a 20-yard touchdown on the screen from Ferrer to Justin Green. Time of the score, 9 minutes. So St. Francis started the ball game, scoring the game's first 31 points. And now they have the first points on the board on a touchdown, good for 20 yards, and a touchdown pass from Ferrer to Justin Green to make it 44-7. Jarzab the holder. There was movement at the line of scrimmage. Penalty flags are thrown. Officials are huddling, conferring. It looked like it was encroachment, and it is. It'll be half the distance to the goal. Don't believe that's going to change the nature of the call. The extra point, Jarzab moves up just about a yard and a half. And Ryan Nix will be looking to add to make it a 45-7 lead here. Good hold, the kick is blocked. And it's a free ball as this is returned on the near sideline, but that will end that. It was Quincy Foster came up with a loose ball, had a chance to return it, but that is a blocked extra point though, and it will stay at 44-7. We have a timeout down below. Let's step out as well. This is Cougar Football and Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Between classes and practice and parties and finals, it can be hard to stay on top of your finances. Three Rivers is here to help. Whether you need some additional assistance with your student loans, could use a little help deciding what financial products best suit your needs, or simply want some advice on creating a budget, Three Rivers is here for you. We help you to make sense of your money matters so you can feel confident in making smart financial choices now that will pay off later. Get connected and learn more at threeriversfcu.org.
Cougars do have their biggest lead of the day at 37 points now, leading at 44-7. And Justin Green having a big day. 2 rushing touchdowns. Now he adds 1 by air. And by the way, that penalty is assessed on the kickoff, that roughing the passer. So Nix will tee it up and kick away from the midfield stripe. Usually just try to drive the ball in the end zone, and that's exactly going to be the case as that one goes over the end line and into the cheerleaders of LWB. So it'll come out to the 25-yard line and 1st and 10 for the Lynx, who their first possession to start the second half went 3 and out. Have not received any other scores from any other games going on elsewhere. Concordia playing today at Trinity International. Marion home taking on Missouri Baptist. Game of interest had Siena Heights doing well this year. The Saints were at St. X taking on St. Xavier, also nicknamed the Cougars. And Taylor traveling to Olivet Nazarene, also here in the Illini State. 9 minutes remaining, third quarter. And let's see, Jacob Smith, I believe, is in now at quarterback. He is a 5'8" freshman. Here's a quick throw. Tip ball, intercepted. Coward has got it again. No, check it. And it's a return right side. And they've got a chance to get into the end zone. Being carried into the end zone. That's Wilmer Cole. Wilmer Cole. They picked him up and carried him the last 3 or 4 yards into the end zone. I've never seen that happen. They were not going to let him go down. Unofficially, a pick six, good for about 33 yards by Wilmer Cole. Well, it's got to be a highlight for that young man. Came in replacing because of the injury to Nashawn Lewis. And just like that, it's 50-7. Well, you talk about a convoy, and a lot of the Cougar players coming off the field, you can see big smiles on their face, really enjoying that rare convoy into the end zone. Lynx with the extra point this time. No block kick. And just like that, add 1 to the Cougar total, and that'll make it 51-7. Well, the Cougars are revved up bunch down below us. Well, I know we gave them credit before. I want to give them credit again because they've done such a great job of support with Redeemer Radio these many years. And as you know, Redeemer Radio has one travel sponsor, and that's H&L Electric, specializing commercial electrical needs for the business community. H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business. Be sure to call Pete Henry at 260-357-0123. Boy, is that an easy number to remember? 260-357-0123. As easy as 1, 2, 3. H&L Electric. So the time of that interception is score 8:47. It's just 13 seconds after that Ferrer to Justin Green's screen pass touchdown. And 51-7 is our score. I have never seen 3 guys pick up an interceptor and carry him the last yards into the end zone. That's one way to get it done. Now Nix to kick it away again. Here come the Cougars. High end over end down the far side. Trey Parker gives way. Return across the 5 to the 10, 15. Right side return. K-Ross Stewart, I believe, out across the 20 to the 21. And the Lynx will try once again to get something going.
By number 39, Eric Dunton.
Eric Dunton credited with the stop defensively for St. Francis. Well, Wilmer Cole's out there again. He is a 6'2" freshman, played his high school ball at Warren Central. And that has got to be a highlight for him, that young man. Cougars got some new numbers in there right now. We'll check. Cale Tabler is still out there, though, and there was a timeout called by the Lynx. So they had problems getting their alignment in with the play they wanted to run, so they'll take a timeout. So will we. 8:42 remaining in this third quarter. 51-7 St. Francis. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Spirion Staffing, locally owned by the Pensenberg family, excels in finding the best candidates for industrial, clerical, customer service, non-clinical healthcare, IT, and professional direct hire placements. Spirion clients are accustomed to getting the right employees at the right time, every time. Spirion Staffing supports the proud excellence of the Dwenger Saints and the Lures Knights, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether you are seeking your next career move or searching for great employees, call us at 260-496-9900 or visit us on the web at spirion.com/FTWayne.
Torian Austin is in there at quarterback now. You got 2 protectors in, flanking either side of him. Cougar defense kind of backing off. They want to run the ball right now, and that'll be a gain from the 22 out to about the 25-yard line. Let's see if they've got back in there. It is still Cam Harris, running back, and also Jaleel Griffin, I believe, is checked in as well. Gain of 3, second down and 7. Austin out of the shotgun formations, got motion from left to right. Will he screen that way? Looks, throws the ball, and that one is wide and incomplete. Intended for Walter Jackson, running a square out route to the far side. Stops the clock with 8:07 remaining in this third period. When you talk about fast scores, Ferrer to Justin Green at the 9-minute mark, getting into the end zone, and then 13 seconds later, the interception by Wilmer Cole. So 13 quick points on the board for St. Francis. Austin looking at blitz being shown up the middle, drops to throw, looks, flush to his right, being pursued, threw on the run, got it away, but incomplete. Looking for Jackson along the far sideline once again.
Number 80, Walter Jackson.
Jordan May was in that last series defensively for St. Francis. Drew Durnell They're coming off the field as it'll be 4th down and 4th and 7. And Dunks has been a busy man punting the ball today for the Lynx, and he's out there once again waiting at his 11-yard line. Got a new punt returner in for St. Francis. We'll check it for you in just a moment. Cale Tabler not in there. Here's the snap. Rushes on. The kick is away. And looking at Sean Boswell. Boswell, fair catch, has got it at the 46 of St. Francis. Ball was dying. As we mentioned, the wind has been playing little tricks with some of those punts today. Not had a problem, but it's made it a bit more of a challenge now. By the way, that's a penalty roughing the kicker call against St. Francis. So that's going to give possession, I believe, once again to the Lynx. So St. Francis does not get the ball back. And again, after really playing so well and avoiding penalties, that has not been the case. USF had 5 penalties, 57 yards in the first half, and they've had a couple of big ones already here in the second half. And now with the ball at their own 40-yard line, Torian Austin has got decent field position to work with. Got an offset eye to the left side. Austin sets up out of the pistol, hands the ball off. There's Harris. Thought the ball might have bounced free for a moment. It did not. And he'll pick up about a yard just out to the 41. Cougars have done a very good job today, I thought, of really keying on and stopping Cam Harris with his run game. Marlon McDowell into the ball game for St. Francis now. Spencer Coward stays out there. He's had an interception today. Now the linebackers drop off on 2nd down and long, trying to run wide to the right side, a little angled run. That'll be short of midfield with a carry out to about the 48-yard line.
Run by number 29, Jaleel Griffin.
It is Griffin. Jaleel Griffin, 5'9", 175, sophomore out of Chicago. Brings up 3rd down and 3. Lynx were just 1 for 6 in the first half in 3rd down situations. Got to get to midfield. And here is Austin again looking and hands the ball out. Kept it himself, and the Cougars have dropped him for a loss. Back inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Getting up off the bottom of the pile was Matt Muncy, who came pouring through there, the 255-pound sophomore. We had an interception last week and 10 tackles. So Dunks will be on to punt the ball away. It'll bring up 4th down and 5. Boswell in punt return, back around inside the USF 25. Dunks waiting for the snap. Still have 6:06 remaining in the quarter. High snap, and the kick goes nearly blocked. Boswell will return from the 23, works to the 25 to the 30, got to the 31, and then brought down. Cougars came pouring through there. Eric Dunton came close to having a chance to block that punt. And right where Boswell came down, there's a penalty flag as well. Officials have not been shy about throwing penalty flags today. And a lot of them have gone against the blue and silver. And that one again is going against St. Francis. And that will back St. Francis up to their own 21-yard line. A couple of new numbers now offensively. Number 7, Andreas Gomez-Espino, redshirt freshman, 173-pounder, in as a wideout now. And Brad Jarzub takes over as quarterback now with 5:56 remaining in this third quarter. Jarzub out of the pistol. A little motion now by Gegner from left to right behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll run the ball off to the right. Here's Justin Green. Finds a bit of a hole. He's behind the defense. He's all the way to midfield and finally hauled down from behind. They caught him, but not before he gets all the way down to the 40-yard line of the Lynx. Justin Green able to squirm through, find a bit of a hole off tackle right side. and then headed for the boundary, and he's got a big gainer down to the nose of the football just outside the LWB 40-yard line. Jack Baker has come in, 6'6" senior, 326-pounder on the offensive line. Alex Wood stays out there on the left side. Brad Jarzab in as quarterback. Gagner motion again right to left this time. He comes back as play action fake, and Jarzab screens to Gagner. 35, 30, 25. Knocked out of bounds near sideline, down around the 20 of the Lynx.
Pass completed to number 87.
Nifty quick hitting play. They put Gagner in motion from left to right. They fake the handoff, a rollout to the right by quarterback Jarzab, and a little short dunk pass is good for big real estate. They'll mark it at the 21, 1st and 10. Clock continuing to move. We're inside of 5 minutes. Jarzab got the play wagged in from the near side. Ferrer with his helmet off, enjoying a little bit of a conversation with Coach Kevin Donley. As Jarzab now has got 1st and 10. Gagner a little motion once again. Short drop. Jarzab looking. Now flush to his right. Got rid of the ball. Good decision by Brad. He was going to be hit and was going to take the sack. Got rid of the ball as he was being pursued by Eric Sadowski. So that saves the yardage. It's still back at the 21. 2nd down and 10 with 4:26 on the clock. Check some of the other numbers now in there for St. Francis. Connor Holcomb has come in on the offensive line. And Holcomb, I believe, is snapping the football right now. Zach Minardo stays in there. And here we go on 2nd down and 10. Jarzab wants to throw. A hit as he throws the ball up for grabs. And that ball is caught for a touchdown. And there's a pass. There's a penalty flag as Cote came down with it. Again, able to beat the DB back there. Trey Parker goes only 5'6". Seth Cote at 6'4". He'll take that matchup all day. And 21 yards on the touchdown to make it 57-7. So Jarzab gets a passing touchdown at the 4:19 mark.
There's no foul on the play.
Now they're going to pick up the flag. Cougars will take the play, obviously. Seth Cote with his 2nd touchdown catch of the day. Remember, at halftime he had 80 yards. Cam Smith with 120 receiving yards. And now Nix is on, looking to add the extra point. Big numbers today in Belleville, Illinois, I should say, for the Cougars as Nix knocks it through the uprights. And 58-7 our score. Still 4:19 on the clock. We'll keep things right here. Well, Coach is often talking about the first minutes of either the ball game, the start, or the start of the second half. And after a 38-7 lead at halftime, Cougars put 2 scores on the board in the matter of about 13 seconds on a 20-yard screen pass from Ferrer to Justin Green, then a Wilmer Cole pick-6 interception at 8:47. And now they've added a 21-yard touchdown pass from Brad Jarzab to Seth Cote. Cote his 2nd touchdown catch of the ball game. And for Brad Jarzab, that's his 2nd touchdown pass of the year. Came in 9 of 18 for 94 yards through the air. Nix has been busy today, kicking extra points, field goals, and now kicking off. Again, kicking off. End over end, far side. Parker's got it at the 1. Brings it out to the 5, to the 10, 15. Had his steam up. Lowers the shoulder, got to the 25, and out to the 27. And maybe a bit more than that, but here comes Lindenwood-Belleville back on offense once again.
Return by number 1, Trey Parker.
Not had much to show for it as far as production. Just the 17-yard scamper touchdown run by Torian Austin just before halftime. And even that the Cougars countered, coming right back. That touchdown run by Austin with 45 seconds and change left in the first half. And a 58-yard bang-bang play Ferrer to Cam Smith got St. Francis into the end zone for the final score of the first half. Now the handoff. Here is Harris tripped up when he got right to the 30-yard line. He'll have another yard out to the 31. No huddle offense once again for the Lynx as they're very quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Under 4 minutes time remaining in this third quarter. First team defense basically back out there, at least the down lineman, Carrington Thompson, back out there. And let's see, it's Austin. Austin wanting to throw, loads up, throws to the right. Walter Jackson got the catch, but gave a lot of ground, gave a lot of yardage. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds.
Number 80, Walter Jackson.
He caught the ball up around. I'll tell you what, they gave him a pretty good spot of the ball at the 35. That's where he caught it, but he gave ground, came all the way back around the 31, 32-yard line. Then went out of bounds. It'll bring up third down and a short 3. Lynx working from the right side hash mark. Shotgun formation with Torrey and Austin. One protector in to the right. He's got motion. Here's looking on that sweep, and they've got some running room, and they've got a chance for a touchdown now. As a saving tackle is going to be made short of the goal line inside the 20 at the 15-yard line. Pearson and Harnish caught up with him. And let's see, I believe that was Griffin.
Run by number 9, J.T. Washington.
No, give it to J.T. Washington on that sweep, that jet sweep coming from left to right.
By number 5, Jalen McIntyre.
That kid's got some hops as he legged it down the right sidelines. All the way down to bring up a first down. And let's say they're going to mark that ball at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. So here come the Lynx. And J.T. Washington again with a counter run by Harris. And Harris up the middle. Running over tacklers. Brings it inside the 10, down close to about the 6-yard line.
Cam Harris.
Looked like Lee Stewart credited in, got credit for the stop defensively. Harnish stays out there. Matt Muncie still out there. Phil Gegner, I believe, is out there as well. It is 2nd down and 1 after a 9-yard gain. They'll go to Harris again. Off tackle, just leaps over some would-be tacklers and brings it inside the USF 5 down to about the 4-yard line. Did not appear to be a lot there, but by sheer willpower, Cam Harris just ran up and over a couple of his own teammates, in fact. 2nd down, and again, trying to run the ball. They're not into the end zone. They'll be knocked down at about the 3-yard line. Harnish on the stop. That was Austin, I should say, on the quarterback keeper call. Did not get in. Ball is marked down inside the 5. It looks from here to be right about the 3-yard line. Winding down, approaching the final minute of this third quarter. Late substitutions. Play clock still at 20. They've got plenty of time to change the play call. Griffin stays in as a running back. Harris is back there as well. 2 protectors or running backs, depending how you want to look at. Play clock is down to 6. Austin was looking over to the bench, but will run the play. Hands to Harris. No, it's keeper run by Austin, and he is stopped right at the 5 for a loss. And jumping off the bottom of the pile was Carrington Thompson with that defensive stop.
Tackle by number 97, Carrington Thompson.
So now it is going to be 2nd down and goal. Well, they're saying it's back at the 11, but it's really at the nose of the football. Is just outside the 5. Cougar crowd chanting up they want to see some defense. Motion left to right. Here is Austin, wants to throw. Throws to the corner, nobody home. Looking for Walter Jackson.
Pass intended for number 80, Walter Jackson.
Pretty good coverage back in the right corner of the end zone. Shaitan Harris had the assignment defensively.
We'd like to announce that the concession stands will be closing at the start of the 4th quarter.
It'll be 3rd down and goal with the ball back at the 5. And I think the scoreboard, they've just given up. They've got second down and 11 with the ball at the 11. It's actually at the 5, and it'll be third down and goal. Lynx shuttling troops in. Play clock is inside of 10. We're down to 7. Austin clapping his hands. He's got Griffin as a protector off to the right side. Wants to throw. Looking, throws over the middle. That ball is caught. Jackson, was he out of bounds? No, he got a foot in bounds. Touchdown. So it'll be a 5-yard touchdown toss. Austin to Walter Jackson running the deep post. Little crossing pattern at the 11-second mark. 11.8 in the third quarter. So the Lynx get their second touchdown of the day. Austin, his first passing touchdown. He's run for one. And now the big fella, the 271-pound extra point kicker, Kelly is in there. Right-footed kick is blocked. Free ball. That'll be picked up and run back near side. And the Cougars got a chance as Jalen McIntyre looking for some help. And he's got a chance to go into the end zone with a convoy of 4 Cougar teammates. So it was 58-13, and I believe that's going to make it 60-13. That is a play you don't see often at any level, especially in college football or high school football, but a block kick and returned at the opposite end. And I'm pretty sure that'll make it 60-13. We'll check on that. We've got to take a timeout. And we'll be back here to Belleville, Illinois with a timeout. This is Cougar Football on the Road on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Hello, I'm Tom Steele.
Need a break, sorry guys.
And Auto Repair, a family-owned business for over 35 years. We carry all major brands of new tires, as well as a large selection of quality used tires to save you money. We do all types of auto repairs, be it brakes, alignment, or just fix your air conditioning. Tom Steele Tire, North Clinton or Illinois Road. Give us a try. You'll be glad you did.
Officials are still discussing that last play. They still show 58-13. It is a 2-point conversion, so that'll make it 60-13. There was a penalty. So the Cougars, in a rare event, now lead at 60-13. So for the Lynx, it's good news, bad news. They get a touchdown on the 5-yard touchdown toss from Austin to Walter Jackson. And we've seen a lot here today. Coach Kevin Donley talking to Joey Didier how he wants to see this. Well, it'll be kicking off. It'll be Lindenwood-Belleville kicking it away. And we still have 11.8 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Well, Pearson Harnish is going back deep. And also Gomez Espino, Seth Stewart. There's a 4-deep umbrella. Going to make another change right before the kickoff. Trevon Carr is going to check in. Well, the Lynx will kick off from midfield. Well, you got to be alert up front. At an onside recovery. Lee Stewart is out there, some of the low numbers. And let's see how Dale Carlson tries to play with his team trailing at 60-13. They do kick it long and deep. Gomez Espino's got it 2 yards deep, brings it out of the end zone, escapes one tackler, stays on his feet, cuts to his left to the 20, to the 25, and up to the 30-yard line. What a ballerina type of delivery that time. Andreas Gomez Espino stepped out of one tackle at the 5-yard line, pirouetted nicely at the 10, and brought it out with a nice return. Got a chance to talk to his dad briefly before the start of the ball game, and we were talking a couple of weeks ago how he was going onto the field and called back, and you could tell he was very frustrated. And young kids especially, you got to be very frustrating. You practice hard and waiting for that brief moment when it comes your way to have a chance to get a couple of minutes in a varsity game, and just as suddenly as the opportunity presents itself, it can be pulled away. 1st and 10 for St. Francis. Jarzab in there, second series, hands the ball off, nice hole, up the middle, weaving his way across the 30-yard line out to about the 34, maybe the 35, and whistles blow, and you got to stop, guys. That was P.J. Dean, the ball carrier for St. Francis.
Run by number 26, P.J.
And that will end the third quarter. So points, a lot of them, and in really unorthodox ways, but St. Francis got 60 on the board here after 3 quarters, and their lead is 60-13 over Lindenwood-Belleville after 3 quarters here in Belleville, Illinois. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
You can help support your Catholic parish or school with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You'll not only enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card, yet giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
Trying to check my math here. Big third quarter for St. Francis as they score 22 points. Look at the line score of the ball game. It was 14-0 St. Francis at the end of the first quarter. They ran out to a 31-0 lead, 38-7 at the end of the first half, and now they've outscored the Lynx 22-6 in this just ended third quarter. Jarzab looking to hand it off. Dean trying to find a hole, feeling his way off to the right side between the A-gap, between center and guard. Brings it out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. 38-yard line is where they spot the ball. And we're underway in this fourth quarter. Illinois today for the Cougars, back to Indianapolis and Indiana next week to take on previously ranked Marion, who were previously ranked number 1. Gaston into the ball game now up in the slot near side. Now they come up and press coverage defensively, the Lynx do. A little motion right to left behind the line of scrimmage. And here is a play action fake and a roll to the right by Jarzab, looking for running room, won't find it. It was 3rd down and about 2.
Run by number 10, Bradley
They
Jarzab.
did not get the first down as Jarzab came up, or did he? Let's see now. Close enough maybe for a measurement. Got a pretty good spot of the ball around the 40-yard line. Chad Davis, our referee, and now he takes a look at the down mark. He was going to bring the chains out. He was looking to the far side and then looked behind him just about 2 feet away and said, hey, you know what? Brad Jarzab's got a first down. So they move the chains, and the offense stays in. Tyrone Young comes back in now as a running back for St. Francis. Still 13:48 remaining in this ball game. Jarzab in. Looks like Nate Carson is also in as a wide out to the near side. But we would expect they'll keep the clock moving with perhaps a Young carry. Here's a stretch handoff. Young looking to get outside and pulled down by the face mask. That's going to be a penalty against Lindenwood-Belleville. No question about that. Might have been able to hear the Cougar bench below us erupt. Very noticeable. Personal foul, face mask against. And that'll cost the Lynx 15 yards. That'll move the ball all the way into Lynx territory, down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Kylan Bass is in. And he is used in tandem now as a wideout with Nate Carson. A little different lineup look. Too wide to the right as well for Jarzab. But expect them to keep it on the ground to Young. And that is the handoff. Off tackle, big hole. Young gets by one. Cuts to the 30, 25, 20. Hauled down from behind again. And that was nearly a horse collar tackle. And T-Ron Young running hard. Well, one of the many blessings this year, Cougars enjoy just a stable of fine running backs. Obviously starts with Aaron Harris, throw in Justin Green. He's had 2 rushing touchdowns, a pass receiving touchdown. P.J. Dean, now T-Ron Young. And Young stays in as the running back. Jarzab eyeing that defense by the Lynx. Got a little motion again by Bass from left to right behind the line of scrimmage. And a stretch handoff. Young looks for a hole, cuts it back and cuts it up, and stopped but not down. Cuts to the 15, angling to his left. And let's see where there is a penalty flag thrown.
Block in the back, number 69 in the offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Penalty against St. Francis, block in the back. Anthony Wilkerson, one of the new numbers in there, gets the call. So that backs St. Francis up outside the 25 to the Lynx 28-yard line. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of guys that normally have not made a road trip have got a chance today, and they're getting into the ball game now. Jack Baker's one of them. He's in on the offensive line. P.J. Dean, I believe, is back in as the running back. Here's Jarzab on the draw, the hand to Dean. Dean trying to keep his balance. Cut it to the right inside the 25. Got it back to the 23-yard line. Baker opening up a bit of a hole. Oh, you mentioned Anthony Wilkerson. He's a big kid. 6'1", 335. Played his high school ball with the T-Birds out of Lima Central Catholic. Second down and a safe 15. Might be a little bit longer than that. Inside 11 and a half minutes time remaining. 2 wide to the left, including Carson. Up on the slot is Bass, left side. Gaston slot right. And Jarzab probably going to keep, no, he's going to try to throw the ball and has a catch. Immediately tackled at the 15-yard line is Eric Carson.
Pass completed, number 15,
Nate Carson, I should say, not Eric. Nate Carson tackled. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Tackle made by number 59, A.J. Kraut.
Gomez Espino in there, waiting to get back in the huddle. Jarzab with still 17 on the play clock now has that play wagged in. Clock keeps running. We're approaching 10 and a half minutes time remaining. Gaston and Gomez Espino split wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field. Needs 7 yards. Here's Jarzab looking to throw on the quick slant. Got a diving catch at the 5. Well, that looked to be enough. They're moving that ball back to the 7-yard line.
Pass completed to number 7, Andres Gomez Espino.
Didn't think they got the best spot in the world, but apparently just short of the first down. In fact, 4th down and less than a yard. Gegner will come in. Jarzab came over again. Make sure of the play call. Young comes back in as the running back now and need about less than a yard. The ball at the 6-yard line is where they say it is. So Jarzab out of the shotgun looking and hands the ball off, and Gaston just angles, leapfrog would-be tackler. And I believe they're wrong on that spot again on the scoreboard, because Gaston carried it down to the 6-yard line, and that is good for a first down. So it'll be first and goal at the 6-yard line.
Number 1, Charles Gaston.
Cougars trying to do all they can basically to keep the ball on the ground. Tell you, Wilkerson at 335, he does take up some space out there at right tackle. Motion right to left again, but here's Young. Up the middle, cuts back to the left side, trying to get into the end zone, and he does. It'll be a touchdown run, officially at 6 yards. Well, Young took a shot right at the goal line, but he's already crossed and broke the plane of the goal, and that'll make it 66-13. So officially a 6-yard touchdown run by Tyrone Young at the 9:07 mark. And Nix is still on, looking to add to his point total today. High snap, right-footed kick is long enough, and it is good. So that add 1 to the Cougar total. They show it right now, 67-13. A lot of points today for St. Francis on the road. Hope they can bank some. May need them next week against Marion. We'll be back. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
A clean office space. Okay, that's an easy choice. And choosing the right company to clean your business is easy too. Sioka's Professional Cleaning is the choice of a lot of Fort Wayne companies because of the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Sioka's does it with built-in check systems to make sure your business is cleaned beyond your expectations every time. First impressions are critical, so make sure yours is always the best with professional cleaning from Sioka's. The best people, the best service. 483-2112 or online at siokas.com.
8 extra point attempts today and conversions, I should say, by Ryan Nix. And add to that a field goal, 40-yard field goal. And what is that, 11 points? So he's had a field day. A lot of busy action for a lot of the Cougars today. Now the kick comes high, end over end, down the middle. And this will be returned from the 10-yard line. And to the right side, it'll be a return across the 20 to the 25.
Return by number 9, J.T. Washington.
J.T. Washington on that kick return.
Tackle by 32, Malachi.
A lot of talented, quick freshmen on this Dale Carlson team. And may have heard, if you joined us late, that Carlson was named the head coach only in July. So really did not have much of an opportunity. Obviously no recruiting here to speak of, and not really an opportunity to put his imprint on this team. And of course, Cougar fans, longtime Cougar fans, will remember him as the longtime coach at what was Tri-State University, then moved to Ohio Dominican over in Columbus, then on to Valparaiso, and now head man here with the Lindenwood-Belleville Lynx. Lynx want to run the ball with that one stacked up the middle. Hemmelgram is in there to stop it for no gain right at the 25. I hesitate to use the term as backups because these kids are playing hard, and Griffin was the ball carrier, maybe got a half a yard at best. But St. Francis, some of the, I'll put them, not necessarily number ones, are playing well here today. Cameron Shackelford, one of them. He's in there now defensively. And here's a play action fake, and that's Jacob Green, the new quarterback for the Lynx, as he reads that read option, fakes the handoff, rolls around the left side. That was executed so well at times by Torian Austin. But Jacob Smith, a true freshman at 5'8", picks up 8 yards, and it'll be second down in short. Third down in short. They need a yard to convert on this third down call coming up. Right here at 67-13. So Jacob Smith, both, you got a chance. 67 points today by St. Francis. That's the most in quite a while, I recall. I know you've got it there in your notes. And I believe that's the first block kick, 2-point conversion return, maybe in history for St. Francis?
I don't remember seeing a block kick for points before like that. That may be a first.
Because that rule only came in, I think, in the last, 5 years or so?
Right, yeah.
But I know 67 points has got to be a high water mark in recent. Here's again the little keeper play as they roll around the left side and bring it out to the 40-yard line. Clock keeps moving. It'll approach and run inside 7 minutes before this snap of the ball. Got a lot of numbers there in front of you, buddy.
18 years, that's what happens. It looks like 2011 we beat Concordia at Concordia 69-0. 2011, so this is most points.
The last 4 years, then.
Nope, check that. We beat Concordia 76-14 in 2012.
Here's a little shovel pass going off to the right. And the Lynx still playing hard. They'll get that ball into the hands of Kevin Chisholm. And it brings it out to the Lynx 43-yard line now with under 6.5 minutes time remaining.
I can tell that Marion won over Missouri Baptist 76-0 today.
Well, both teams may wish they could bank a few of these points for next week, Marion and St. Francis respectively.
Hey, you're sure right about that, Joe.
By the way, Torian Lawston back in there at quarterback. We saw Jacob Smith briefly. Here's a screen coming near side. Check it. That is Jacob Jacob Smith, and he completes the pass near side. And the Lynx are into St. Francis territory, across midfield down to about the 46-yard line. So the Lynx trying to get some late points on the board if they can. 1st and 10, they'll mark it right at the USF 45-yard line. We're down to 5:39 time remaining. It is Jacob Smith in there at quarterback. Hands it off, sweep coming up by Griffin, and angles out of bounds to stop the clock inside the Cougar 40-yard line, around the 39, maybe another yard to the 38. That'll stop the clock. It does not stop the clock. It was Griffin on the carry. And now they've got Dunks in there, the punter, and he's a wideout. 5'11", 175-pound sophomore is up to the slot to the right side. So Jacob Smith in at quarterback, the freshman. 2nd down in 5, little motion behind the line of scrimmage. Counter run coming off to the left, and boy, Himmelgram stepped up and made the stop right at the pass.
Run by number 26, DeMarcus Terry.
Carry that time, DeMarcus Terry. Both teams literally going into the bench. You got some more numbers for us?
Well, one thing I can tell the listeners, Joe, Cougars have set a record today for most consecutive games with multi-interceptions. This is our 7th consecutive game with 2 or more interceptions. The old record was 6 by a couple different teams. So that's really something that, the secondary is really doing their job here. You go back to the last 3 games of last year and then the first 4 this year.
And how about that interception by Wilmer Cole? I've never seen a team convoy carry their teammate into the end zone like that.
That'll definitely be one of Jeff Mahoney's highlights. And Cougar fans will really check that out once he gets those highlights up, because that's definitely one for all seasons.
Oh, how about this game today? Like I say, the blocked extra point that's returned for the 2-point conversion, and there's going to be a lot of and that comes when you score 67 points in a ball game.
No question about it.
3rd down and 4. Smith backpedals the throw, rushes coming, screens the ball near side, and here's the tackle made in the open. Good job defensively. St. Francis again with some of these backups playing well. That was Damon Robinson.
Pass completed to number 29,
So 4th down. Griffin on the screen reception, but good open field tackling to bring up 4th down and 6. And with the ball at the USF just outside the 41, Dale Carlson says, hey, what do we got to lose? Coming down to 4 minutes, we'll gamble and try to pick up that final 6 yards. Trying to get to the USF 35-yard line. Here's Smith again wanting to throw. In the pocket, throws over the middle. Has got a catch. That's Dunks, the punter. And they almost took the uniform number right off his back, but he's got it down to the 20-yard line. A good job by the little guy, the 5'8" freshman quarterback. You don't see often quarterbacks at the college level that small, but they don't measure your heart either. So 1st and 10, here come the Lynx trying to add another late score if they can. Try to get a little more respectable. They'll have a little shovel pass and nothing doing that time. As the Cougar defense was there, and Himmelgam is right there to make that tackle in the backfield. And Chisholm found Mr. Himmelgam on his back. He goes 281 in a hurry. That's a loss of 4. So the ball back outside the Cougar 20-yard line at about the 23-yard line. And here's an angled run off to the left side by Griffin again. Fights his way down. Did the ball pop free? I don't know, at the 15-yard line. No, Griffin held on to it and gets a lot of that lost yardage back. So Jaleel Griffin making a bid to perhaps get a few more carries under Dale Carlson's system in the games to come down the road. Smith out of the gun again, looking to hand the ball off. Now calls his own on him and going up the middle. That was a mistake. 3 Cougars there were to greet him. And Drew Darnell was one of them, pinching in from his defensive end position. And here's another 4th down call coming up for the Lynx, as we've got just a little over 2 minutes time remaining in this ball game. 67-13 is where we stand. Bill, I don't know when you get a chance if you want to go down and after the game, a lot of candidates to talk to. You might pick 1 or 2, maybe Wilmer Cole on that pick. And here's 4th down bid, and that's blown up. Darnell's there again and had to help defensively. Jordan May was there for the sack of Jacob Smith, and on the 4th down stand, the Cougars turn them back, and they'll take over the football with just 1:48 remaining. So the Cougars get the ball back at their own 38-yard line. And although both teams still show 3 timeouts remaining, St. Francis probably will just take a knee. And we're going to see Grant Sherman in there now. How about that? First time this season, this redshirt freshman out of Ohio, who holds all kind of passing records for Kenton. State records I'm talking about. But he'll hand the ball off. Here's a run to the left side, and here's Young. Breaks down the left corner. He's looking to find some room at the 30-yard line to the 20, inside the 15 to the 10, and he's got a touchdown. So that one is a 71-yard touchdown by Tyrone Young with 90 seconds remaining. Well, years ago, in the first days of the Cougar football program, Tri-State, under Dale Carlson, scored a lot of points on St. Francis. Kevin Donley never forgot that, came back the second year and scored a lot of points on Tri-State. Right now it's 73-13, but St. Francis is running the football, folks. But they're finding holes, and Tyrone Young, 71 yards and the touchdown, and now the extra point, adding that total. And that will make it 74-13. Tell you what, let's take a quick 30-second timeout. 74-13, who would have thought it? Here on the road today in Lindenwood-Belleville. We'll be back. Cougar football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Hi, sports fans. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the Barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maple Crest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their 3rd generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
74-13 is our score. Still 1:30 on the clock remaining. Cougars have bunched 46 points in the middle 2 quarters here today on the road. And now they put 14 on the board in the 4th quarter. Deep end-over-end kick that is fielded at the 10-yard line. Return right side. And a carry across the 25 to the 27. The ball popped free. St. Francis thinks they've got it. That ball was picked up. We'll check the number. Cougar fans and the players are just having a field day. Roberto Martinez, I believe, got in and picked up that loose ball for a fumble recovery. And he is getting just a lot of slaps on the helmet. And it's been a day and an afternoon now for, again, a lot of these kids who don't get a lot of snaps a chance to shine. So fumble recovery by Martinez. And I'll tell you what, we're going to see even more new numbers out there, but Grant Sherman will, I'm sure that in fact they're going to assume the victory formation and just take a knee for the final 118. And that is basically going to wrap things up here today on the road in Illinois. So Sherman takes a knee, and they may have to take one more snap of the football. But what a day, what an explosion of points by St. Francis. They'll run the play clock down as far as they can. Difference of about 30 seconds between the play clock and the game clock. A lot of smiles down there on the Cougar sidelines, and this is one of the rare stadiums where the visitors are on the near side of the press box, so they're right below us. The Cougar players and their fans who have, and there were a number of Cougar fans who made the trip over from Indiana today. Second knee is taken, and that is going to do it. And this one will go into the books. Big Cougar victory at 74-13. And now the players will trade handshakes. Coaching staff will come out. Dale Carlson meeting Kevin Donley. Boy, you'd love to be just a small bird down there and wonder what that conversation will be about. But a big win. This is a league win also, a Mideast league win for St. Francis. They go 4-0 undefeated. Overall, 2-0 in the Mideast League. And the Lynx drop the 1-3. They're still looking for their first home turf win. They're 0-2 here at home and 0-2 also in the Mideast League. Looking down on the field, and we'll get a chance. Bill Scott joining us today as soon as we can locate him. And he has a chance to maybe pull a couple of players out. We'll get some post-game comments on this big Cougar victory on the road, winning it 74-13 today. See Kevin Donley. I see Bill, and you've got the coach, and go ahead, Bill, if you're ready.
Okay, congratulations on a big win again today, Coach. Just carryover set from the first half to the second half, getting things done.
Kids played hard. You know, we played everybody, and everybody that got in was fresh and played very hard. So, proud of our kids.
It's good to get those guys some experience, isn't it?
It is. We got them a lot of time today.
All right, I'll let you go. Congratulations again. Coach Kevin Donley, that's his 282nd career victory, Joe.
Well, I know it's a sweet one here today on the road. Any victory is sweet, and 74-13 over the Lynx is at a high water mark, and now some post-game comments coming from Coach D to the team. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back, and Bill perhaps have a chance to chat with one or two of the players in this big Cougar victory on the road. This is Cougar Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
Let's face it, we're all pressed for time. So would you like the convenience of being able to do your banking on your schedule? With Fort Financial Credit Union, you can. Saturday and even Sunday hours are offered at all 3 Fort Wayne Minor store branches. Online bill pay and mobile banking are available 24/7. And there's even more convenience with our branch locations on Spring Street and DuPont Road. Right now, Ford Financial is offering auto loans with annual percentage rates as low as 2.49%. And you may be eligible to defer your first payment for up to 90 days. Stop by any of their area branches to find out more. Ford Financial Credit Union. My future. My family. My Ford. Ford Financial is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, with analysis of the game, what went right and what needs some work, let's go back to the stadium with the voice of the Cougars, Joe Parson, and the Redeemer Radio sports team.
Big day for the Cougars here today on the road in Belleville, Illinois. As they've mentioned, we bunched 46 points in the middle two quarters and then got 14 more in the fourth quarter and win it by a commanding 74-13 final score. Some of the players still involved with their position coaches. Final comments. Wilmer Cole, I'm looking for him, Bill, down there, number 41. Haven't been able to locate him yet, but you got him? Let's go down to Bill Scott.
Joe, I've got Wilmer Cole, correct, right here. Congratulations on that interception touchdown. Tell me what you were seeing and talk about getting in the end zone. Talk about determination, man. Wilmer, you did a heck of a job, bro.
I just got to give thanks to my teammates. They really pushed me in. Pin ball, I fought on defenders. Props to my teammates.
Talk about what a great feeling it was for a defensive back to get an interception for a touchdown.
Oh, that's rare. You just got to embrace the moment and move on.
Was there any point in that run that you thought, I'm not going to make it?
Yeah, after the first two defenders, I thought I wasn't going to make it.
Well, that was a heck of a play. It was really neat to see your teammates kind of get you into the end zone there. Congratulations, Wilmer. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Certainly, Bill, was one of my highlights. I've never seen an interceptor actually carried into the end zone by three of his teammates. So that was certainly a highlight. I know you're looking around if you get a chance maybe to chat with another player before we take a look at some of the final scoring and turn it back to the studios in Indiana. Looking, Seth Coates is there. Let's see if we got some. He had a big day again. Let's go down to Bill.
We got Seth Coates down here, Joe. Seth goes over the 1,000 career receiving yards today. I don't know if you knew about that, Seth, but a couple nice touchdowns there. Talk about this win today.
We had a good offensive plan. We knew we were going to be able to attack them deep often. And what they were giving us looks on defense, we were able to do just that. We made really big plays. You get the ball in our hands of our receivers, that we can make plays, and that's what we did today.
On the scoreboard, it looks like this was easy. You just had to show up and throw your shoes out. But that's not the case, is it?
No games like that. You don't just show up and win. It's really impressive that we were able to keep it going the whole game, 60 minutes. That's what we've been preaching this whole season, and we were really able to do that today. We kept the sideline up, and I think that benefited us in a really good way.
All right, congratulations, Seth. Thanks for taking time with us.
Thank you very much, Bill Scott, down on the field talking to some of the players. You got one more left?
Well, let's talk to Cam Smith. Cam is just the second player to go over 2,500 yards receiving in a career. It's quite an accomplishment to be just the second guy to do it. He probably didn't know that, but just a great game. Talk about that touchdown you had near the end of the first half, Cam.
We really just wanted to get down the field quick, get a score. We really kind of ran that play just to get some yards. I made a move, and it ended up being a big play. It was really exciting. So.
Well, DB thought you were supposed to fall down on that. You didn't cooperate.
He gave me a big lick, and I just kind of braced myself and kept my balance, and the rest was history.
Now, were you surprised when you got to the end zone on that play? Because you looked like, wow, look what just happened.
Yeah, I really was. I had caught the ball, and I saw him coming, so I really was just kind of bracing for a big hit. And, afterwards, I was just like, wow, I can't believe that happened. But it was exciting. I'm glad it did.
We talked about it earlier. Joe Kay was also number 2 on the most 100-yard receiving games in his career. This was, I believe, number 8. So just another great accomplishment here by Cam Smith. And that's just incredible accomplishments. Talk about your progression as a receiver, Cam.
Where I'm at today, it's not anything I ever envisioned I think it's a testament to the great coaches here. I've learned a lot. I learned so much within my first week of coming here, and I think I've played with a lot of great guys. Been fortunate to have some great teammates, and they've pushed me to be where I'm at today, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm excited for the future ahead as well.
Okay, well, that's Cam Smith, Joe. Back to you.
Great job. Bill Scott, Sports Information Director at the University of St. Francis, chatting with Cam Smith. And before that, Seth Coate, who had 5 catches, 101 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Smith, by the way, 3 catches all in the first half, 120 yards, and 1 touchdown. As far as the rushing game was concerned, Cougars ended up with 284 net yards. Remember at halftime we said they were struggling a bit as far as the run game. They had only like 73 yards. They end up with 284, so a big second half. Of course, a lot of those coming on big touchdown runs in that second half. For the ball game, the Cougars had 729 total offensive yards today, and that's got to rank right up there, 284 for the Lynx. Let's take a look at the scoring, and we'll pick it up really in the third quarter. Remember, it was a 38-7 halftime lead. The Cougars got on the board early in the second half. In fact, they put 2 touchdowns on the board in the span of about 13 seconds. They got a 20-yard screen pass touchdown from Ferrer to Justin Green. He had 2 rushing touchdowns today, 1 by air. At the 9-minute mark, it was 44-7. Then the interception by Wilmer Cole, taking it back into the end zone at the 8:47 mark. So 13 seconds later, Cougars on the board again to make it 51-7. Jarzab found Seth Coate, good for 21 yards and a touchdown at the 4:19 mark, 58-7 at that point. And it was Austin to Jackson, Walter Jackson, running the back line, the deep post, and good for a passing touchdown. Torian Austin to Walter Jackson, good for 5 yards with 11.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. At that point, it was 60-13. Cougars, though, would have 2 more scores. 6-yard touchdown run by Young at the 9:07 mark, and then he was not done, folks. After a 4th down stop, giving the Cougars possession at their own 38, it would be a 71-yard jaunt by Young again to add to the final points of the day at the 1:30 mark, and 74-13. Of course, one of the other highlights, as we mentioned, we had the block kick that turned into a Jalen McIntyre sprint to the opposite end, good for a 2-point conversion. That when it was going to be 58-13, but the 2-point conversion after the block kick would make it 60-13 at that point, and a 74-13 final. So Marion wins big today. Cougars win big today. That sets the stage for a big collision next Saturday down in Indianapolis with a 1 o'clock kickoff, and our pregame begins next Saturday at 12:45 p.m. That's going to wrap things up here today from Illinois. Special thanks to Bill Scott doing the work on the field today with the interviews with Coach D and the players. And special thanks, as always, to our studio producer. His name today was Robert Scora. My name is Joe Parson. Until next Saturday from Indianapolis, so long, everybody, and thanks so very much for listening.